in this shadow realm, how would you like to proceed?
Yes, I turn to Henry and I draw my sword. I think that what we're looking for will be located inside of the fountain, what corresponds to the fountain in the material realm. And so I take the steps up and put my hand on the door.
Yeah, I will give you a quick. I'm just going to cast a quick resistance on Lucan, not on myself. On Lucian, sorry.
Sure. Yeah, you guys can
So you've got
make
that.
your way up.
Yeah,
I'm obviously letting you go
And,
first. So
I push open the door and look out on the hallway.
mhm. Um, yeah, it's quiet, dimly lit, dark, decrepit. Everything that you would have expected the House of Night to look like. Doesn't seem like this house is awake.
Right, I slink forward quickly, looking for the door that leads to the courtyard.
Yeah, yeah, you can. You see down a hall ahead to your left and right. Looking down a hall, you see a door that would have gone presumably to. Wait, is there a compass here? There is. To what would be mirrored to the west room. Um, but although the layout seems symmetric, there's some oddities that you may have noticed already. Doesn't quite seem to be forced to be uh, a true inversion of its, planar compatriot. You can drag your tokens on the map. I mean, or just like indicate which room you'd like to enter. You can ping the location.
for the time being, I am just cautiously following 15 feet behind
15
Lucian.
feet. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, alright. I'm gonna slink over to the nearest doorway and gently push it open.
All right. Before you lies. I can open it. Sorry. Before you lies a dining room. Actually, you can see through this door into this room. It looks like um it's one of those French doors, but it's sort of locked. So you could attempt to brute force it or unlock it. But you see like a table, sort of dark and impoverished mockery of the Baron's dining room.
Uh, Henry, it looks like a dining room, and I move to this door on the side and try it. The door across the hallway.
Which door? This other door?
Directly
Oh,
across.
it says yeah, no, what, sorry, this one here? Oh, I can't ping. Ping here. That, you mean this door?
Yeah, the one directly across from the last one.
Okay. That door is also locked. I guess everything here it's just locked.
Alright. I look through the slats, see what's inside.
Um, you roll me a perception or something.
27.
Yeah, you hear muttering and walking back and forth. It seems that there's some sort of creature inside here. Um, there's a yeah. There, you hear you can see sort of the legs of a table underneath the door, and it looks like there's detritus on the floors and footsteps across the floor inside this room.
Mhm.
What do you think, Henry? Sounds like one of the prisoners that's being tortured eternally in there.
One would assume. Do we? I thought it was just the one, or is there multiple in there?
There could be multiple. I don't see why not.
Fair point. Fair point. I mean, so I think the main choice really is, if I understand it right, when we destroy this thing, everything gets booted back. So anything we don't deal with now, we're probably going to have to deal with. Being said, we might be able to deal with it with friends in the material plane, whereas everything we have to deal with now, we're on our own.
I agree.
Sort of.
I think we should make all haste to destroy this place.
Yeah. I don't want us to find our way back cut off, but at the same time, our way back really is forward, isn't it?
Yes. And I stalk down the halls.
Mhm.
Moving towards the next door.
North of you, or which? Oh, yeah, I guess that's where it is. Sure. What a
Yeah.
silly question.
Gently push on it.
If the compass
Um,
isn't the sensible ways that I expect a compass to be, where the top of the screen is north, the bottom is south, I can't see the compass, so I'm
we
absolutely
will
screwed if
use
it's
that.
not.
You're right. There's a compass down here. I can unveil it for you, and that
Oh,
can be
perfect.
our direction for sure. Yeah,
No,
you.
it's what I would hope for
Um,
anyway. I hate maps that don't follow that basic convention unless there is a damn good reason for it. It's like,
yeah, I mean, like this is supposed to be an inversion of the other side, so I mean, I can see why they might not have, but they did. So you're done. You're good. Um, this door is also locked. Underneath the door, you see flickers of light. Um, yeah, you're crackling underneath.
Hmm.
You can try and like open any of these doors if you'd like to.
yeah,
Yes.
sounds like a fire in this one, then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Light too. I move on to the next door. I'm gonna listen at this one.
All right. Yeah. This door is dark. Uh, and so far, listening at the door doesn't provide any sort of audio feedback.
All right. I move back to that door right there, and I take out my lock picking set, and I go to work on this door and try to unlock it.
On the fireplace door?
Yes. Try to click
Yeah,
the pins
sure.
into location.
Give it a roll. Give it a roll. Disable device, I think is supposed to be the thing, but I don't know exactly if there's other exceptions.
18.
Is that your disabled device? Yeah, the door holds. These locks are wild.
Right. This lock is too tough. Why don't we try the next one?
Seems sensible. Yeah. I'm just gonna quietly pop up a detect magic, if I may, just see if there's any magicy
Yeah,
things, particularly on the locks. I'm gonna see if there's any magical traps on the doors.
hmm for sure.
I doubt there will be, but I want to make sure of these things.
hmm
So yeah. Oh wow, I didn't even. I'd never actually bothered reading the spell properly before. The more rounds I spend, the more I get information wise. Interesting.
Um, is there a role for this or
Uh, deal with the other door for a second. I'll let you know.
um,
In the past, it was always just like I look for magic, and there was always a big obvious magical thing to look at. But yeah, give me 1 sec.
All right, while he's doing that, I stalk over to the next door and try to click the pins on that as well.
Sure, sure. You could see how this door goes for sure.
25.
Actually, this door was not even locked. You were just listening at it before, so you managed to just slide this door open, and before you, you see, yeah, like this whole room, um, and it's just yeah, full of portraits. Every spare wall has portraits of various sizes, from floor to ceiling. Largely, these portraits contain fetchlings dressed in heavily dated attire. There's also five shays and two humans here. Um, these humans look quite familiar, actually. These portraits seem like you've seen them before. Um, since you've already been to the drawing room, you would recognize these as Izop and Henrik Baroni. Their portraits
Okay.
hanging on the wall here as
The brothers that were
centerpieces.
killed, right?
Yeah, yeah. Significantly larger than any of the other portraits.
Henry, I think the
Mm.
Baron may have locked up his brothers inside of this prison.
The entire wall beside the courtyard, because you don't know that the courtyard is on the other side of this wall, the entire wall of it, wherever you see it, it's dripping with ichor, and some of the portraits on that wall have sort of like it's not as heavily coated in portraits in favor of like just corroded domains.
Okay. Creepy. What the detect magic thing? It's yeah, it's basically a number. Depending on how many rounds, it functions rather as you would expect. With 1 round, I sense the presence or absence of magical auras. Doesn't actually make it clear whether or not I need line of sight just to detect the presence of auras. And if I spend a bit longer, I get the number of different magical auras and the power of the most potent one. And then 3rd round is where there's checks involved. If I wish to, I can try and study an item or creature within line of sight and identify the school of magic involved and
Sure.
all of that
Sure.
kind of stuff.
So
Um,
I'll roughly give you a list of auras here. Generally speaking, everything is, of course, heavily uh, conjugation, magic. You are just like overloaded with magical auras in this place.
okay.
Um,
It does say multiple types of magic or strong local magical emanations may distort or conceal weaker auras. So I guess probably if
yeah,
as it would make sense, there's a lot going on. I probably only would see the most powerful stuff
yeah.
anyway.
You sense what is this? Let me look something up. That's character, bestiary. There we go. I can look at you. What are your stats? You sense extra planar outsider energy and shadow energy of equivalent level to yourself from multiple sources around you and some of the rooms. Um, and you sense, um, oh boy, is this a thing? Sorry, I'm trying to get the. Oh, it is a thing. Cool. Okay. You sent a sort of plant-based energy, a sort of natural energy coming from the courtyard. Um,
That's curious
yeah,
and unexpected. Okay.
it seems very compatible with the surrounding shadow energy, and it's notably stronger than yourself. And what else would be detectable? Oh, okay, here we go. You also sense a strong Shay aura, also comparable or stronger than yourself. Okay, at the map. Yeah. Um, there. Where is that at? Above you. And I think that would be all you sense.
Okay. Well, that definitely would have taken me a few rounds to do, but if
We have
rounds
rounds.
are in any way relevant, but I mean, assuming nothing dramatic is happening, I'm just spending the time studying it. So,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, and I
Shall we?
will.
Shall we try the door to the courtyard?
There is no door in this wall. It's just a bunch of corroded ichor. Ichor.
I believe there's a door down below
That is,
where I
and
am.
that's
Oh,
different.
sorry, my bad. I thought you meant. Yeah, I thought you were inside G9. Okay, yeah. You can try one of those if you like.
So G9 is filled with all of this lovely, ichory, rubbishy, horrible stuff,
Yeah,
and
the
the
wall on
painting.
the courtyard is nasty. The exterior walls and even the wall in the courtyard also are just inundated with portraits.
Okay, yes. I just wanted to check. I wasn't thinking of it. It is both the same room. That's fine.
Yeah. Wait, there's a bunch of doors here.
Yeah, I'll try
Sorry, I
that
didn't
door.
realize you'd moved yourself in there. Sure.
Reach down, try to open it.
Yeah, this looks similar to the servants' living quarters, just haphazardly scattered about. These walls are like not made out of stone. They look like you could maybe even break through it. Um, yeah, you, you can knock or open the door if you like. There's not a lock on them. And in the central area where you're standing, you see a table and mismatched chairs. And sort of like when you enter this, creature gets up out of one of the chairs and dashes into like this back room.
Oh, I've got movement, Henry. Can I wave you over?
Oh, I will come on over.
Some shadowy creature just rushed into that back room.
So I guess we're not supposed to ding the bell and ask for service, please.
No. I think we should try breaking into the room. Breaking into the courtyard. I think it's that central
I mean,
location with the light.
there's definitely a powerful something in there. It's almost sort of a plant growing creature, which I suppose makes sense for the heart of a mirror.
Yes. I take the crowbar out of my backpack and I start to go to work on the hinges, trying to pry them off.
Yeah, no, you can just like open the door.
I thought it was locked.
Nope, these doors aren't like not. If you like wiggle the door, like you could feel someone. Oh, this door.
That
I
door.
thought you were talking about the door that that was that the creature ran into.
No, leave that thing for now.
No.
No
Okay.
reason
Yeah,
to
you can absolutely make a. If you have a crowbar with you, you can definitely use it as a lever, and I don't know, take like a +2 to your disable lock or disable, yeah, lock check.
Alright, 29.
Yeah, you managed to break down this door violently.
Yeah,
It
I
won't
pop the hinges.
reseal.
I pop the hinges off and throw the door to the side as it falls away.
Yeah. Um,
I will pop
sure.
a resistance on again.
Um, there's at the one end this 20-foot wide fireplace with a raging fire, but with no color, no light or heat. On breaking open the door, um, when you enter the room, yeah, you see some like shadowy elemental creatures like launch themselves at you out of the fire when you enter the door with hisses of rage. Maybe these exist in the bestiary. They do not. That's fine. Do. Yeah, this, I guess. Why can't I get you out? Oh, that's a monster rule. Bestiary. Nice. What? What are you? This is such a crazy big, long bestiary. I guess it doesn't really matter which one I pick because I have the stats. Cool. There we go.
A long
And
way to
there's
try
two
and lure this
elementals.
thing back
Just
down into the basement.
yeah, they're not that big. Um,
You're quite sure it said they flung themselves out with screams of rage, not cuddly joy as they try and sort of welcome us in? Quite sure?
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Quite sure about
Okay.
that. And why don't you guys roll initiative? I'll trash these things.
Love to.
Stats. Blah 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 blah. Why isn't initiative in a place that's just natural to my eye to see? There it is.
Oh,
Oh, I'll just give them both the first roll so I don't have to manage two of them. We have a 3, so that's not this. And you rolled a 30, so not this. Yeah.
is there an easy way of creating an initiative macro button at the bottom?
Yes.
Yeah, Tim can do it.
How do you? Because I have set up macros before. I just can't. Can you do it with
Yeah,
a
so
button,
you
or
break
do you?
you break the door out, but you're well prepared for this, and you just immediately see just like quite close to you, like 10 feet away. These elementals have rushed on out.
All right. I dance in with my new
What would you
glittering
do?
blade and I slash through the first one.
Sure. For a 25 to hit.
25 against flat-footed
They're flat-footed for sure. That hits
for
easily
17
speaking.
points.
All right. Oh, that's not there. And yeah, that hits and damages him, and it rages. The blade, does it have traits to it?
It's just +1.
Yeah, because it's immune to certain things, but I don't think that applies here. Blah 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 blah, blah feeds. Those don't sound like things I need to care about. Good. And that makes it their turn. And they will flank you and slam at you. Um,
See how badly this goes. Whether I need to do anything.
for an 18 and 17.
Yeah, I easily dodge and weave my way out of the way.
All right. All right. And now it's you. You.
Well, I'm glad
Or
it
should
wasn't
I
me in
say
there first.
Henry? You still that AC of 8?
Like I said, I clearly did not understand how all of the stats work. So
All right. All right.
this is
That's fair.
great. I'm the brains and the mouth. I'm not here
Okay.
for.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm here for a charming time, not a long time.
Not a long, charming time.
Exactly.
All right. What would you like to do?
I will. I'm just for now. I'm just going to give Ray of Frost a go.
Sure, sure.
I know it's a bit rubbish, but it's cold. These things are. Did you say they're flamey? They look flamey.
They look flamey, but it does not seem that they're warming up their surroundings. It's a sort of shadowy flame.
Yeah, not just.
And like notably, when you did detect magic, you did not detect any fire elementalness.
I mean, my meta knowledge would suggest that cold is a bad thing to use against fire elementals anyway. But
Look, in character, if you're magically trained, that totally would count as real world knowledge.
Perfect. I think magic missiles served me well before. I'm thinking I might just do them again.
All right.
I'm just wary of burning through all spell slots too early.
All right. All right.
You cast to be on first. Did we level up? So I'm now
We did level up.
level caster.
You are now a 5th level caster.
Wonderful.
And you also long rested.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I get 3 missiles.
Sounds
You
reasonable. Why
gain.
not?
Oh yeah, an additional missile. Yeah, and they just hit, which is always great fun. I just want to double check these things. Cool. Yeah, 1d4 plus 1 force. Okay, so one of them is gonna take.
The one that was hit or the other one?
Is there any indication of how hurt these things are? I'm guessing not really, because this is a pretty alien
Well,
physiology, right?
yeah, they
It's been
are
hit,
like
but
these shadowy, pseudo-transparent flames. The one that was
yeah,
hit is quite significantly dimmer than the other. What that means, it's up to you.
yeah, that's fine. I think I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to put the 2 missiles into the damaged one to make sure, because taking one out is more valuable than potentially
All right.
losing a bit of damage. So yeah, one of them take 8.
All right.
I still don't fully understand. It's saving throw none, spell resistance yes. I don't know. It deals force damage.
Right. I
Force
don't think
damage is a
that's an
concept I
elemental.
understand. Spell resistances I don't fully understand, but force damage I do. I assume
Yeah,
they
I'm
take
pretty
the
sure that
damage.
just does full damage, but they have some traits. Immunity to bleed, not subject to crits. They're proficient. They don't breathe and eat. It doesn't seem like they would be impacted in any way from
Wonderful.
any negative way.
So yeah, hopefully 8 damage against the damaged one, just 3 against
Yeah.
the alright one, but
All right.
I'm hoping that's enough to take out the damaged one.
It is not. But I will reassure you, even
That's
with
alright.
the extra 3, it still would have been enough. It would have been close, but not enough.
Is
So,
that reassuring? Good to know.
uh,
Cool.
I mean, you did good damage. 11's a respectable
Did.
number.
It did.
After dodging the 2 slams, I swing back around, come up with my blade, and bring it down right on center mass for a 21.
Yeah. Which one? The one that was hit already?
Yeah, the damage one for 14 points of damage.
Yeah. And that, how would you like to do it? Cleaves it into,
Yeah,
goes into a
I
puff of smoke?
cleave it neatly in two, and the smoke just evaporates into the air.
Beautiful. Beautiful work. And it is the elemental's turn. And again, they are simple beings, simple aims in life. And their simple aim is to burn all things that move. So for a 13,
I
they are
easily step back,
ineffective.
and it misses.
Yeah. And it hisses like water on fire. And stew.
Okay, I will. For this one, I am just going to Ray of Frost this one.
Wow.
So range touch attack.
It's against
So
the touch
remind
AC.
that's
Just roll your ranged and magic.
ranged attack, right? So, and ranged
Yep.
is it's not actually my charisma; it's my dex for that.
Dex plus
I
Bab.
believe so. Your
And
Babis too.
you take a -4 because I'm in melee with it.
Okay. Well, this is going to go splendidly then. So I think I assume I just have a -4 then, because
All
my
right.
dex is -2, which I think takes out the.
That's
Oh, good.
amazing. You you hit him with your ray of frost, I guess. Your ray of frost fizzes into the fireplace. Um,
I line up a sort of snowbally esque thing and sort of line up and just out of the corner of his eye, Lucian just sort of sees me. I've got you, and sort of there's a moment of sort of Lucian just going like trying to desperately dodge out the way, and then it just flings past both into the fireplace.
yeah, the fireplace
Oh.
seems to become even colder, and the room drops down a farther couple degrees.
I just bloody hell! I'll get him next time.
Yeah,
Don't you
I
worry.
Yeah,
duck from
that's right.
this ray whizzing past my head, and I glance back for just a second to see if you're in trouble. And then I turn the flat
That's
of my
fine.
blade upon the creature in here and try to wave it away like a fan against smoke for a 31
Ooh,
or
wow, for
15
50,
points
not
damage.
bad. And that hits. That seems to be effective. And the creature again it hisses with rage and swings at you for a 21.
Um, is the creature evil?
It is neutral, medium, outsider. I don't think outsider is evil, but I don't know what an outsider is.
Okay, so it's not evil. So it catches me on the edges of my robes and makes contact with my body.
Oh, cool. Very nice. I love doing it. Dude. Does it can I do multiple rolls simultaneously? But to find out. Does this work? It's the second roll didn't go, right?
You have to do plus 1d4.
Oh yeah. Whatever. Okay, so it uh, attacks you for 6 uh, regular precision damage, whatever it doesn't have a damage type, 6 damage, and an additional 1d4 cold damage. And when you are dealt the cold damage, you feel a numbness overcome you. And could you make a fortitude save?
9.
Ooh, that's rough. You are now staggered for 1 round. Stu. Or
Okay.
Henry.
Well, I don't like how that went. So I think in response to that and the stagger coming off, I will sort of take a step round, line up, and once again let out my 3 magic missiles with a pew 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 at this thing just to see if we can deal with this, because the ice did not go well. The ice did not go well.
Sure. And
Okay,
those magic
14 points of
missiles
force damage.
tear through this shadowy visage with ease. How would you like to do it?
Um, I don't think Henry's feeling terribly confident about all of this right now. So I think it's more of a sort of hand, like almost hiding behind the spell, round the side of the door, just the pew pew pew, and sort of looks cautiously round to see what happened. And there's just like the wisps of smoke disappearing as these 4 magical bolts are just torn through it. Just like each impact is kind of like like a dart through a big smoke cloud, just with a big billow that behind it, and then it's just gone. But I miss all of
Very
that.
nice.
All I see is just the final wisps of smoke disappear as I sort of poke my head around the door.
Are we done? All right, 1 second. We'll be right back. Sorry about that. All right. Is Tim like gone or
Worried.
is he? Tim?
I don't know. I assumed not.
Anyway, whatever. Um, since you're also hiding behind this wall here, you look down and right by your elbow, immediately beside you, are three fetchlings, just kind of like looking around the corner with you, being like, "Well, they killed it. I don't know. I don't. I don't think they're monsters." And then one of them looks up at you. He's like, "Hey, Mister, you're not a monster, are you? We have a bet.
No, of course not. We're here to try and
I
sort things out a little bit.
I told you that they're not monsters. They're not monsters. Hmm. Well, the last
I,
ones that weren't monsters, they're dead now. Mister, do you plan to die here?"
we're not planning on dying here. No.
These ones don't want to die. The last one said they weren't going to die either.
Okay, well, it seems a bit fatalistic. How long have you been here?
I've
Do
been here
you
forever.
know?
I've been here almost forever. I, I remember not being here.
Do you remember how you got here?
Um, we came from the womb of the world. That's how we came here.
Course, course, course.
I
So,
think
do you like it here?
this place is terrible. All of my friends have died, except for Jarda and Lewis.
Good. Well, because we have got a bit of a wheeze going to see if we can't sort of close this place down, get everyone back to the
Yes,
normal world.
of course.
If
That's what they all say. That's what they all say.
I did wonder that, I did wonder that. Well, did any of the others make it into this middle room? Do you know, behind the
Mhm.
wall?
Oh, behind the wall. Oh, yeah. I mean, the hearts will rebuild if you make it through, but yeah. I remember Nixor was trying for a long time. And I think he did get in the wall many times. But he doesn't talk to us anymore.
Right. Do you know what happened when they were in there?
A
I
lot of
gather it.
screams.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Do you know how they got in?
There There's some ways. I think sometimes they went through the wall, sometimes they went over the wall. Honestly, there's lots of ways, but no way out.
No, no, I figured as much. I don't suppose you've got any lunch around, have you?
Oh, yeah, you can have some lunch. The heart
Splendid.
does feed us.
Anyone else around?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, there's us. Nice to meet you. My name's Mary. This is Jared. Look at over there. Nickazor's upstairs somewhere. Uh, well, well, I
Pleasure to
think
meet
that.
you, Marius. Was it my name's Henry?
Nice to meet you, Henry. Um, I think that there's trackers somewhere and a Luna somewhere, but I haven't seen them in must be like 1,000 years.
Are they
I
all
think they've
fetchlings
gone.
like you?
I think they've gone mad. No, no, no. They're shame. Well, Matrakas isn't fetchling. Actually, no, they are fetchling. So there's some, but Nicus is a shame. Well, now they're just all shadows.
Hmm.
No,
Whereabouts is Nicosa? Did you say?
He's clearly upstairs. He likes the upstairs. Likes to
How
hide away upstairs.
are
He has
you
some
on
of the
good
others
terms with
upstairs.
him? Is
No,
he
no,
friendly
no. He
with
doesn't
you?
like us anymore. He sent us down here.
Right.
I think he wants
Yeah.
us to die down here. To join the wall.
So the wall is those who have died in here,
The
and
wall
you
is the
sort of
eternal rest of those who've died in here, yes. And there's Asmin, there's Nicanor, Nixor, and Manar. And wow, I think there was like 400 of us initially.
Henry, would you like me to deal with this creature?
No, no, no. He seems friendly enough.
You sure?
Oh yeah. He's been most helpful. I mean, if we're here much longer and things get any more peckish, I'm definitely going to be joining them for a spot lunch. I think. No, very friendly creature. He says Nicosaw's upstairs. Obviously,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know whether we're planning on going to make our introductions, so to speak, to him now, or are we dealing with that later?
I think we
Oh,
should try to clear out all of the cells on this floor, just so when we're all vomited forth, we don't have a skirmish to deal with.
yeah, well, yeah, I don't think we're stuck here forever.
Uh, I'm
But
hopefully
we'll see.
not. I'm Luther, by the way.
Oh, nice to meet you. So, well, there should be a room for you somewhere. The heart makes new rooms, and if you'd like the key for your room, the key room is down the hall. And he points to this store here.
Right,
Oh,
and I
we just go in and pick it up, do we,
I
or is
walk
there a sort of?
briskly to the key room.
If you can find your key for your room, if you know where your room is, yeah, you can absolutely just pick it up. And they're following you kind of and then over to this room.
Yeah, push
And
open
you
the
open the
door.
door, and it's just thousands of keys littering the floor.
Okay. I was hoping for nice, convenient pigeonholes, with sort of everyone's
No,
names on, like
no,
little
no. Just
letters,
whenever there's
how many
another
years
room,
worth
it
of
just tosses a
overdue.
key here. And even when a room vanishes, the key remains. So I think it doesn't like to throw them out.
All right, Henry, should we check the servants' quarters, see if there's anyone else? And I walk over there.
We can have a quick
Oh no,
note in.
it's
Yeah.
just us. But yeah, you can look in there. There's dwellings. There's like a room. The room that they hid in first. It's like this half armory. There's like sharpened sticks, like strangely shaped blades and stuff. Bit of food. But the rest of the rooms each just have a bed each, and seems to be where they live.
Right. Should we try unlocking the door we tried first? And I walk over to this one. And
Um, yeah, there's just piles of keys in the key room. Are you gonna try and find a key? Do you
it's
want to search the key room for something, or are you planning to just force the door?
it's too much work. Henry, I think I should just try picking them. And I'm gonna take out my tools and try to get to work on the pins.
Um, um, uh, uh, one sec. What's your character's name? Henry. Your detect magic. You did cast detect magic earlier, right?
I did, though it would have run out by now.
Yeah, you would have
I probably
detected.
would periodically keep popping it up, with new rooms and
Yeah,
new things to look at. I probably would,
yeah.
when there's no danger, and it's a cantrip. So
Yeah,
yeah.
you do detect like a magical signature of there's a complex nature in the key room.
Okay. Whilst Lucian's picking the locks, I will go into the key room and try and figure out,
All right. Yeah,
sort of
Lucian,
focusing
toss
in
a
on
roll
this
for
magical thing.
smashing open that door if you choose to.
Yeah, I
Um,
gently insert my pick in the rod and try to align all of the pins.
yeah, yeah,
25.
yeah, you managed to. You hear a little click, and the door uh, swings open. And inside, you see a large table. Well, unless you choose not to open the door, you can keep it shut if you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna violently open the door.
All right, sure. In the middle of the room, you see a large table. It is strewn with maps and books. The walls are surrounded with mannequins with slashes and arrows in them. Um, see this, whatever. And you see inside um two creatures. They're both fetchlings, and when the door slams open, they, in a fit of mania, start screaming at you, and well, they like yell at each other again. can't believe the heart's doing this. It's getting more regular. And they jump at you immediately.
Yeah, as soon as I open the door,
Again,
I draw out my sword and slash out at them.
yeah.
Oh
So again,
no.
we should probably get into initiative then on the ground that you know
Ugh.
are initiating. Initiative.
Why?
I don't.
Why was I not there?
Hmm.
I want a hypnotic pattern and try and calm this whole thing down, but I'm bloody turns away. Oh well.
The webpage is not loading. There we go. Once this page comes, I'll pop some characters down for you.
Did you say we're rolling initiative?
Yeah.
So the old one is still up, so I can't quite yet.
Yep. There we go. Oh, I can get rid of the
Oh, is that?
characters.
Let's see.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's asking me for a modifier. Is that the?
You have to click your
Do I
token
just leave
first,
it
by
as?
the way,
Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
and then just enter whatever your modifier is. So for you, it's probably negative.
Yeah. -2 in it. It's is it Dex? Is there anything else to it, or is it literally just Dex?
Only if you took
It's
like
just
traits or
Dex.
feats or something.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I didn't. So yeah.
Initiative.
They got the macro working.
Initiative.
Thank you.
Nice. 10 and 4. There we go. And yeah, on smashing the door open, here you are, and they're like within a movement, however amount of movement you have, and they're beside each other.
Yeah, rush into the closest one and bring my blade across sideways across their torso.
Yeah, the closer one is this. Let's see who would be closer. Doesn't matter.
Right, 31-28 to confirm.
Staff wielding creature. Scan their abilities for something that would potentially. What is this? They do have strange things. It has a 20%. It has concealment, so you have a 20% miss chance. Do you happen to know how that's typically calculated? Otherwise, it's just like 1d5 or 1d20, and then if it's under 5.
Just a D100, and if you roll below a 20.
Okay. Sure. D100 me.
It's good.
Offense, defense. Nothing in the defense says that there's any reason to ignore the crit. So yep, you can absolutely confirm the crit. 28 is supposed to exceed their AC, is all you can like.
Yeah, that's confirming
Yep.
the crit. Yep.
So yep,
So,
you've confirmed your crit.
so 27 points of damage, and my blade
My goodness.
violently buries itself inside of his sternum, and I pull it back out, blood dripping to the ground.
My goodness. It's a lot. All right, Henry. And the other one screams, I don't know if I can do that voice forever, but anyway.
Well, if it's any
Actually, what
consolation,
did you roll?
Discord
Oh yeah,
Discord
cut
took a
you
lot of it
off.
out.
that's good.
It concluded
Yep.
it couldn't possibly be a human noise. Right. Well, hearing that scream, I'm just going to book it at full speed in that direction. Oh wow! I have 120 feet of movement if I'm running. Wow, that can't be right.
5,
Surely.
5, 10, 15, 20,
If you
25,
run,
30,
it has to
35,
be in a
40,
straight
45,
line.
50, 60, 65, 60.
Okay.
You can get
I
up
see. I
to
see.
here.
30 is the move action. Charge is 60. Run is 120. That
You can also use
is that.
your action as another move, so you can move 60.
So like it's about 80 to there or something. Yeah. I think 10, 20,
This,
30,
according to
40,
this,
50, 60.
According to this, I've gone 40 feet from inside the room.
Yeah, sure, why not? Whatever.
That's what the automatic county distance thing is telling me. I can't really
The
be bothered.
automatic distance is just way off because the squares are
Oh, okay.
not calibrated.
Oh, okay. Well, in which case your count is correct because I'm not paying attention. So
60,
you said
70.
it's
I'd say you get
about
line of
80
sight with like
altogether.
60 movement a feet. Just 60 ish.
That's my charge move,
All right.
whatever that means.
That's
Okay.
just double moving, where it's just you exchange your action for an extra move.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I've done that then. I'm just going to get here and sort of, yeah. I can't ready a
Observe.
spell because my action was to run there, so I'm just going to ask, what is it? And more monsters?
Yes!
That's me, I think.
Yeah, and behind you, you hear the other fetchlings say, "Ah, yes, Jack is in the London. They're still alive." Shocking.
Oh,
Yep, and it's
I'm going.
the other
I'm going to
one's
wince at
turn.
that, fearing what's about to happen.
Yeah, he will flank
Can't do
you,
anything about
Tim,
it.
considering he knows that as a thing. And offense. Yeah, he pulls out a sharp sword. He cannot sneak attack you, but he will. Yeah, for 21.
I hate to ask again, but is this guy evil?
He is. It says N before his name, so no.
Alright, that's it.
Alright. And crits on a 1920. There. For 3.
Yeah, he catches me in the arm and it digs in through my robes and draws a drop of blood.
Alright. And that brings us to Ailanda's turn. And he does not. Okay. She is going to attempt to cast Hideous Laughter on you.
Alright, I strike out with an attack.
Well, fair, I guess. I should have said she would step 5 feet back, but
15 to hit.
which would use her action. And yeah, that unfortunately, because of your DM, is a hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I slash out towards her neck, cutting a bit into it, drawing blood.
And yeah, she. Yeah. Yeah, she says, as her blood gurgles out, she mutters, "Ah, finally done," and she fades to the ground, deceased. Of course, Tim would crit on the first round. Of course.
Alright, I whip back around towards the second one and lash out at him with the flat of my blade towards his kneecap. 14 to hit. Oh, I guess that's an automatic miss. So it goes wide, he steps back, and my blade harmlessly passes through the air.
Henry.
Um, Hmm. Uh, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to burn through more magic. Yeah. I'm gonna move up, and I'm just gonna yeah, for all the good that it's gonna do, I'm gonna try and appeal to them to calm down and stop this. So yeah, I'm gonna sort of come up to the door and like have my hands up and just say, oh, Dragis, Aluna, we're here to help. We found some of your friends here. You don't need to attack us. We're not the monsters in this place. You just calm down for a second. We can all have a nice spot of lunch.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to make some sort of roll there?
That would seem reasonable, wouldn't it? I think probably this feels like diplomacy, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Well, I mean, 15 is not awful, and I am with the other fetchlings, hoping that they're running along
Considering that
behind
you
me.
are talking to
I'm
him
sort of
and the
inventing
fetchlings are
that
behind,
bit.
he looks over and he tries to like sense motive, and yeah, you've successfully convinced him um that this is a reasonable sort of thing, and he sort of like falls to the floor, drops his blade. He's like, doesn't matter either way. We're all gonna die here anyway.
Well, maybe, but maybe not. See, we'll try and get you out. Hey, Lucian, we can leave these be.
I cast my eyes to Henry and then look at my blade and look at the enemy's head. I like flinch like that. I should say they attacked me.
I'm sure that would. I dare say. Look, but
As
this is a,
dark
this is a
blood is like
harsh enough.
staining the ground beneath me.
Yeah. Sort of looking at that. Well, oh, it's a pretty grim and unpleasant place. This, let's be honest. But if we can try and help each other out a little bit, then maybe we can come through it. It's well, sorry about your friend, but well, we are doing what we can to help. All right, and no hard
Look,
feelings.
I'll just stay here. Let me know when you're dead. All right.
All right, next door. And I'm gonna move on to this one.
Sure.
Try to open
Sure.
it.
This door, also
The
like the
door to the
others,
north.
is unlocked. Doo-doo-doo-doo. You can slide the door open, and inside you see a large room. There's ruined armchairs, tapestries, suits of armor. No noble accoutrements have been torn apart, and it looks like they've been reconstructed to houses or nests. And inside, um, you see what looks to be some sort of like a kennel setup. Um, it looks like maybe even some dogs have been sent to the House of Knights with the rest of the prisoners. And inside, one large hound remains, lounging around, scattered with bones.
I gently close the door.
He looks over, barks loudly, slams against the door, but you manage to shut it almost immediately.
Should we kill the hound? If we let it out, it will probably be our enemy.
Probably. I mean, I don't much fancy this thing reappearing back in the material plane, but I'm also wary we're already burning through a lot.
Well, just use your frost rays and I will use my sword.
Yeah, it's probably reasonable. Give me a second to.
And I go into my bag and fetch my wand. And I'm gonna use my wand on myself. Do you need any, Henry?
I'm all right so far.
Right. And I put my finger up to my lips in like a shh motion, and I just listen at the door.
You're scratchings and growlings and stuff. And as you wait and listen, it starts to fade a little bit.
All right. And I lean into Henry and I say, perhaps we can catch the hound by surprise. And I'm just
Yeah,
gonna wait there for a
that's
moment and
reasonable.
try to hide my footsteps.
How effective would it be, do you think, if we could open the door and get it out, and then because I mean, I can fire a ray of frost if you could shoot at it. Is that, or do you want to open the door and charge into the room with it?
So we open the door. I'll wait for you to fire, and then I will charge.
I'll give it a go.
Right. I just pause there for one
Right.
more moment. Wait for the dog to
I
go back
will.
to its nest.
Do you? Okay, yeah, we can roll initiative for. It'll probably be a surprise, but
I can roll stealth if you
probably.
want.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want me to roll a reliable stealth check?
Sure.
It'll be great. Oh, bloody hell! Look at that.
Ooh boy. Ooh
All
boy.
right. Once the sounds in
Interesting
the room
stuff.
stop, I throw open the
Maybe.
door and ready to charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
So
would
let's
have.
roll
I
some.
wanted a ray of frost ready to go.
Yeah, let's roll some initiative on you do that, and see what happens.
However, that mechanically works.
I
Minus
have your-
one. Wait, is that right? I mean, I feel like it's irrelevant at this point, but I will double check that.
Oh, the
Yes.
token's already there, so the token is here.
Alright.
This guy. Found him. And let's get an initiative roll. Where is your initiative? What's that? 9. Bloody. Did you get one up there, Stuart? Oh, you do, but you didn't get on the sheet. I don't let it.
Am I not on the sheet?
He's on there for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
Oh,
actually
sorry, my bad. I
strictly
shrunk it
speaking,
in
it's
scope.
actually
I
too
just made it.
high.
Don't worry about it. We'll make it go away. Make it go away. No problem. There we go. Yeah, so it turns out the hound knew of Stuart, but not of you, Tim. So when the doors open, it is surprised by your just immediate presence, and it tries to like jump out, thinking that Stuart's farther back, but you manage to catch it off guard. So
Yeah, I deftly dodge its grasping paws and I step forward and slash away at it, right at the joint between its leg and body. 30 against
reasonable
flat-footed.
stuff. Yeah. Get rid of the sheet. That hits.
For 22 points of damage.
Oh boy, that's a lot.
I can't believe I got a natural 20 on my stealth and it found me. Like,
Yeah, well,
I quite like.
natural 20 doesn't
Yeah,
guarantee success for checks, does
yeah,
it?
yeah.
So
I assume not. No. I just more mean like it's like adorable Henry really can't do anything, even when he's doing his absolute best at stealth. Like,
yeah,
could not
yeah,
be more stealthy.
yeah.
And
So yeah,
it's not
you
very
catch
good.
it flat-footed. So it's like jumping past you, and then it yelps and rolls on the ground and spins around at you, um, because it fully did not expect that. Also, Tim, I hate to do this slightly in red, but it does have concealment, so it's a 20% chance that hits. Let me just get a 1d per 100. It probably won't change.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, doesn't change anything. And it whirls around and attempts to. Let me see. Actually, don't have any tips here now. What's this ability? Why would I ever do that? Okay, I'm never gonna understand this game. It's got two different attacks, but one of them is just way worse than the other. So why would that ever be a thing? Why, game? Explain that. It'll twirl around and try and bite you for
Yeah, that's a hit.
27. Tim, I got news for you. You know what one of the features of this creature is? It's evil. I don't think that matters here, but
Not here, no.
for 5 points damage.
Yeah, yeah. It catches onto my robes on my shoulder and tears it away, coming away with cloth and flesh, little bits.
And it attempts. It says plus trip, which I think means that you got to make a save to be tripped, but there's no details.
Yeah, so it rolls
So,
CMB, combat maneuver bonus, versus my CMD.
all right, at 14.
That's a fail.
Right.
Yeah, so like it tries to trip me up, and I
Yeah, got it.
just step back.
I understand. All right, and that brings it to Henry.
I'm sure it will come as no surprise to hear that it would have tripped me up successfully.
I believe that.
Henry, flank it! Flank it with me!
Oh yeah, this is gonna go well. I will. Actually, could I Ray of Frost and then flank it? Would that be a better thing?
Yeah, you can move at any time, I think, during your turn.
Right. Because I mean, I could flank it, but I've got nothing to do once I'm flanking with it.
Yeah, hit it with the old
And
Ray.
so yeah, I think because you're in combat, it's still that good old -4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's a large creature. Rolls it a large creature.
It is a medium creature.
Okay, never mind.
I yeah, these I did not understand how the spell things worked, but that's fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna.
That's
I
all
sort of
right.
I was like lining up the Ray of Frost, and then suddenly Lucian said about oh yeah, and just sort of hurl the
You
Ray of Frost into the
successfully
stone wall.
missed the creature, and
Yeah,
bring us to
but I
top of the
will.
order.
But well, no,
Oh,
I will
yep,
move into
yep.
the other side of it.
Yes! And I, seeing it distracted, I slash out at its face, right below its eye, for a 28 for 28 points of damage.
Yeah, no, the 28s will have a 20% chance of missing
Right.
on the ground that it has concealment.
No, we're good.
And that was close. So you don't have to confirm this because it's evil or something?
That's not a crit.
Oh, it just
The
adds
the
the
extra
11.
damage is sneak attack because he's being flanked.
Ah, I see, I see. And you take him down to a disastrous amount of HP. He is this hound has seen so many better days. You would not believe it. However, he knows his only chance is through the flames, and you being the only reasonable threat presented, is going to attempt to bite you as a power attack. So does a 16 hit?
No, I
Different math
bat
going
away
on.
its maw.
And it yelps. And let's go on to Henry. You are flanking this medium sized, which is ridiculously large for a hound. Medium sized hound, that's big.
It's like a dashwood.
And yeah, he is an intimidating specimen.
Okay. I mean, flanking isn't going to help with my misspells, is it? Because
I mean,
In
Look, this is a
hindsight, I
position
probably
you
should
are
have.
Well,
solely responsible for putting yourself in.
it
Oh,
does.
yeah, no,
It
I'm very
does help
happy
with
that.
melee touch attacks.
I don't think I have any of them. I can
You
I
could
can
do
make a
laughing
ghost
touch.
sound. I can. Oh, that's true. I forgot that was a thing because it's not a spell. But yeah, yeah, no, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That is true. I forgot about that. Yes, I will do that. I don't know how it works, but I'll do that. But
All right.
got to be something in here, right? Got to remember how to spell laughing. It doesn't have an F in. I,
LAFAU.
I very much just mistyped it. I hit too many keys at the same time and ended up with a.
Yeah, you have to make a melee touch attack.
Okay, yeah, it's not. It doesn't show up as a. Oh, it's because it's searching spells. Whatever. I will. Yeah, we'll figure this out. Okay. I imagine that is possibly even worse, but I get a bonus because we're flanking, right?
Strength plus Bab plus 2.
Strength plus two. Hey, that's actually okay. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay. All right. I get a +3 on that. Wow!
All
Look at
right.
that.
All right. That
So I think
shockingly manages to get through its AC. And I don't care what you roll, it's at 1 HP. How would you like to eliminate
It doesn't
this
do any
vicious
damage.
sound?
yeah, that is the problem. Because if I try to hit it, my strength is -1, so I don't know. I don't like. I do -1 damage.
What have you done?
I mean, we can say that it does an extra 1 point of damage just to simplify things, if you would rather.
What is this that you've cast the laughing thing? It just laughs?
It can only take a move action on its turn.
Which
Yeah,
which was its plan?
Like it can't take a main action.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
Oh
Or,
no,
or,
okay.
or, or for simplicity's sake, I could just slap it on the arse for 1 point of damage. Just saying.
Well, I mean, whatever. It can only move on its turn. That doesn't sound like it's gonna kill it necessarily. It whimpers in terror.
yeah, I go for the kill shot, looking slamming my sword towards its sternum and into its heart. 25.
Yeah, it whimpers pathetically as it fades to mist. Tim, you've brutally killed just this innocent hound. His only crime was being too loved by his lord.
Yeah, and I rip the blade out and I wipe the blood on its bloated corpse.
At
All
least
right.
it died happy. It was busy laughing as it was being given scritches on its backside.
Yes.
That's right.
What a way to go.
That's right.
I run my eyes over the dog's kennel, a homemade kennel, see if there's anything of note.
Yeah, there's no roll here. You can just look in there and you see a couple items. You see what looks to be a wand of sorts and a sort of like hand-shaped artifact.
All right.
Nod to just absolutely like hit marked with teeth, but
All right, Henry, these are for you. I take the hand and the wand, pick them up off
you
the
have
ground,
a
give them to
wand
Henry.
of cure light wounds and hand of the mage.
Thank you very much.
Which
What does the hand of the mage do? Should I Google that?
yeah, I'll look that up for a sec.
We can examine it another time, maybe. I think we're a bit busy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not like a useful thing that I should be using right now.
Very much is
That's fine.
likely to be useful.
All right, should we try that last door? And I
Oh, yeah, there's that.
slink over
Yeah.
in that direction.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
try to
yeah,
do this one
for sure.
quietly, masking my steps.
Okay. This here is another closed door with the same sort of lock as the others.
I,
So if you'd
gent-
like, you can try and.
I gently reach down and try
Yeah,
it to see if it's locked.
it is locked.
I take my tools and insert them into the lock and play with the pins.
Mhm.
Might give him a spot of resistance. Hasn't come up yet, but you never know.
22.
That does not quite. Wait a second. This game is confusing. Wait a second. Yeah, that is not quite enough.
Alright, sorry, Henry, this
This
is going to
lock
get louder.
resists your best
And
efforts.
I take up my crowbar and I'm gonna pry
You want
away
to
it.
try and don't want to find a key?
If you can find a key, I'll try prying away at the hinges again. Yeah, and I try to slip the crowbar underneath the hinges and pry them out.
I'm going to go back to the key room and just see if there's any chance that I can see some kind of sort of pattern or order into this. Like, is there just an absolute mountain of keys on the floor, but actually I can pick out sort of only this shape are really useful.
Your roll was a 25, Tim?
Yeah, to pry away the hinges.
Yeah, so yet again, Henry walks off and you slam this door open as soon as he's out of reason,
Yeah, I
just
cast
a
it to
few
the
feet away.
side. Donk donk on the ground.
All right.
So I've
And
literally
inside
just picked up a key and I'm starting to examine it when immediately I just hear thump down the hall.
inside you see what looks to be just the most insane collection of broken things. There's some clocks, instruments all falling apart, carefully arranged to look like the room is lived in, but doesn't look like anyone's around. Um, yeah.
I step into the room, examine it more closely. Henry, the room is open. I don't see anyone.
Well, that's something at least. I'll give it another quick
Um,
burst of detect magic just in case there's anything in here that I want to look at. Did we get anywhere with exact? Oh no, I. This is remind. It's all right. We'll come back to that in a second. No worries. As you were.
sure. So, Henry, you're running over and you also enter the room?
I will stay in the doorway and have a look around. Bit of detect magic, see what's going on. Double check. I'm not
Alright.
rushing straight in.
Yeah, you look around and see the same thing. It looks like a room full of detritus, but arranged to look like it's lived in.
Weird, but I suppose find what I expect in this place.
Yes.
Everything's bizarre around here.
Is this the room of that other fetchling that you were talking to moments ago?
Could be. Are the fetchlings still around, or have they gone off to do their own thing?
Um, they've roughly been following you, but hanging like pretty far back. Every time you guys smash open a door, they like hide like behind a corner.
Sensible. It was Marius, right? Who I was
Yeah, sure.
talking to. Yeah, I will. I will just see if I can sort of see him. Uh, Marius, is this any of your rooms? This one, or is this one
Yeah,
of those
no,
guys?
no, that's just the heart. The heart likes that room. The heart keeps everything in that room. The heart maybe lives in that room. You don't really know what the heart.
I see.
Or no?
Alright. I think it's the dining room. That's the last one we have to try.
So just because it sort of matters, Henry, did you ever enter the room?
This one.
Yeah, the heart. Like, did you ever fully go into the room that we just opened?
Mm, probably not, to be honest. I probably just stood in the doorway.
All right. Well, then when Tim is trying to leave the room, the entire room comes alive and objects fly through the air. Jagged glass sweeps through everything. The floor gets spikes shot out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I desperately
And like
throw myself outside of the room.
the whole house kind of makes like this groan noise. Um,
I don't like
so
that.
I'm moving on. So Tim, if the floor is effectively has a spike growth spell, so you take 1d4 piercing damage for each 5 feet of movement. And I would say you're probably like 10 feet from the door when this happens.
All right. Yeah, so I
So,
throw
but
myself out, walking 2
so for the
squares.
first 5 feet, you'll need to make a reflex save.
22.
Wait, no, 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 no. Oh boy, how does it even make sense, game? Okay, okay. So that will fail. So
Does
you'll take
resistance
1d5.
change anything?
Oh,
It's a
23.
25. What would it? Yeah. So it's the DC is 25. So.
Typical.
So you take 1d4 points of piercing damage, which I can roll for you. 1. Take 1 point of piercing damage. And
Brutal.
you have had your feet and legs injured, so your land speed is now half for the next day. Unless you were to heal it or something. Right. The same event will happen for the last 5 feet, but you could totally get out of the room. However, at the same time, 2 of the chairs come to life and sort of chase you. Oh, that's a full-on character. We don't want that. Can't just grab random tokens. Undo. How can I get rid of you?
Yeah, I'm diving out of the room, blood leaking from my perforated feet.
And yeah, these 2 uh, like inanimate objects come to life and sort of like uh, crundle themselves towards you. It seems like they're sort of agglomerations of broken bits. That doesn't mean that they can't do damage. Um, so yeah, you can be like 5 feet away from them because for sure when this happens, you have launched yourself back. But let's roll initiative. I think everyone's equivalently surprised here. I would be surprised if I were just animated, and you would be surprised if you were suddenly having this sprung on you. So
That is true. Oh.
You guys are just bumping into every single room.
Well, we're systematically checking every room. I think you'll
That's
find.
true. Furniture. That furniture has a 10. And for
I
the
guess I
first
was sort of.
time
I was
in
busy
this
looking
game,
around with my detect magic when it became
yeah,
very, very, very apparent what the magic was.
yeah, for the first time in this game, Henry, there we go. I think that's one. Henry also rolled a higher initiative than the other creatures. So
Okay.
Luther, you are 5 feet away, and you could leave this room by going through the spikes and taking a bit of damage, or you could move closer. What would you like to do?
Well, if I'm 5 feet away, so them right in front of me, I flip my blade around and come slamming down with the pommel side, trying to break them apart, right onto the flat of the chair.
You can stand where you're at and give him a hack. Sure. You gonna give us an attack. Was that the 19 to hit?
19 gets flat-footed
For sure.
for 22 points of damage.
All right. And you just clobber this old grandfather clock that seems to have some chairs as appendages apart, and it falls to the ground in just an increased pile of detritus. And again, the house groans with an upset sort of groanage.
Okay.
Henry?
Okay. So how does mythic work on a spell? Is that like an
Mythic.
extra? Is that like
Yeah,
a
don't worry
feat or
about
something you
that.
have to take? Okay.
You
In
get
which
mythic
case,
levels in some campaigns.
right. Okay. The only reason I was asking was because I picked up like I got the entangle spell from some bloodline or some such thing. I don't know. But without the mythic thing, it only works on the existing tall grass, weeds, and other plants. Which, well, I think we can probably close that tab. So, against a chair. No. Can you blind and deafen a chair?
Yeah, on the ground that it has dark vision. I imagine it could be blinded.
Can you hypnotize a chair?
It's a construct, so no.
Fascinating creatures within it. Yeah, fair. Okay. But I don't think I can put them to sleep. I think that's pretty safe. Sod it. Let's see if I can blind and deafen them. I haven't done that yet.
So you do have the Mage Hand spell available to you via the Mage Hand artifact that you picked up,
Sure.
which I think is a
Just not.
hilarious spell.
But it can't do damage, can it?
It is an object. It affects objects, and the floor is
Okay.
spiky.
I mean, is this your subtle way of telling me that there's a lever in this room that disables the spikes that I should be using
Not
my
at
mage
all. I
hand to
just
pull?
realized. I just looked at Mage Hand right now, and I thought that it would be funny to remind you that it exists. Do whatever you want with it. I'm just trying to figure out what the items I gave you earlier are. So I'm just figured now's a good time to tell you what it is. Mage
Yeah,
Hand
I
is you
just
point your finger at an object and move it at will. You move, you can propel the object as far as 15 feet, and the spell ends if the distance between you and the object ever expands its spell's range, which is farther than 25 feet.
true.
I
Target
don't know, just
one non.
giving you options.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't target the chairs anyway because
You
the
can target the
target is
furniture,
one.
animated furniture, for sure. Why couldn't you?
I don't think I
An object.
can.
Well, it's an object.
Target one non-magical unattended object.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an object. You tell the targets what happens.
Okay. Well, just because I would normally say that such a simple cantrip cannot go throwing around sort of animated constructs that are supposed to be posing a
No,
significant
you're
hazard.
probably
But
right, and it
hell,
might not work. I just think it's funny.
if I can, then that seems like the most logical thing is to just pick up one of the chairs and sort of fling it upside down across the room.
Yeah, I don't know what you want to do. I'm just saying. Okay, look, I found this spell and it exists. It's fun. I don't. You do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Okay. I will have a very, very quick glance around. Is there any piece of heavy furniture I could mage hand to make it fall down and block? Because Luke is Lucian out the. You're still in there,
Yeah,
right?
he's still
Yeah.
like within range.
I can't step.
Yeah. Okay. But
The
yeah.
terrain's too
Barricading
difficult.
the door would not be a good thing. Locking you in would seem like a bad decision. Okay. I will. Yeah. Pick up one of these. Is there a piece of furniture that I can fling onto the floor to make a path
Yep.
that
Yeah,
Lucian
there's
could?
like there's a roll of carpet there for sure. You can toss
Okay.
it on the floor.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mage hand, pick up the carpet, roll it out so that Lucian's got something to walk on that is not spiky.
Sure. Yeah, you can
What I'm going
sort
to
of
do.
drag out this old tablecloth for sure. It's got holes all through it, but
Yeah, that will
yeah,
be
I
that
will
will be my
roll
action with
without
mage hand.
needing to make a check. The DC, you get a +5 to attempt to traverse the floor that's covered here and avoid the spikes.
And yeah, I will sort of stand. I will back out from the doorway with my movement just a little bit.
Okay.
Where I was previously stood in the doorway, I will step back just a smidge.
Sure. And it is now the furniture's turn. I don't think I've said that sentence in a long time. And it does a +1. 11 is not going to hit, so it is no longer the furniture's turn. Tim, put us out of our misery.
I contemptuously slash out right through the legs for a 27 for 17 points of slashing.
It's not enough, but it takes 17 points of damage slashing. I don't think it has any defensive abilities, really, so... Oh, it's got hardness 5. Which means it takes 5 less damage, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I cut through one of the chair legs and it falls limply to the ground.
Cool. Cool.
Okay. Did we establish? Is there just the one left, or is there still the two? There's still
There's
the two,
one
right?
left. There's one left. One left.
Oh, okay. Let's fling some frost in there. What could possibly go wrong? Always works so well.
Sure. So
I'm
-4.
wary of burning up any spells before what I suspect are the actual threats.
That does not hit.
Ah, well.
Tim?
Bit of snow goes.
Oh, sorry, the
flinging past.
furniture. Furniture gets a turn again. 17, Tim?
Yeah,
No.
parry easily, cutting a chip into its
Alright.
leg.
Alright.
He's got this. He's got this.
Yeah, I furiously smash into the top of the seat of the chair.
It gets furiously demolished.
But that's what I'm telling
so
Marius out in the
28 points
corridor.
of damage. And it smashes to the
He's
ground.
got it.
And I dance backwards.
Beautiful.
Do you want to try and avoid spikes?
Yeah.
That would be disable device check.
Oh, okay.
With the benefit of the carpet.
With +5.
So 25.
Ooh, that is not quite enough. Crazily. Wait. Yeah, that is still not enough. It is an incredibly high check. I'm sorry about that. That's just the rules. So I will give you 1d4. It takes 3 points. And again, that is the whatever save to not have your feet are already injured. Your movement speed is off. But you managed to leave the room with just minor wounds on your legs.
Yeah, I'm leaking blood. I reach into my pack and take out my wand.
Yeah.
There's a little
is
flash.
it also wand of healing? These wand of healing are stupid. With like 50 charges. Whoever made that. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a small flash of light and the smell of roasting nuts as I use the wand on my feet, and the flesh like knits together and the blood falls away.
That's just silly. So the only room you haven't been in is the dining room. You haven't managed to break in there, but other than that, you've been through all these rooms.
Right. All right. The flesh on my feet is healed. I can move on. Do you need healing, Henry?
Remarkably, so far, I'm doing quite well. I thank you, my friend, for so far attracting most of the attention and dodging it quite expertly. I'm doing just fine.
Yes, you live quite a blessed existence, do you not?
Well, what can I say? Whichever almighty is up there clearly does wonderful things for a certain Henry.
All right.
I think we should check the dining room. I could see through the slats. It looks like there's an entrance to the upstairs. Oh,
well,
Henry, did you manage to find a key?
Left. Well, funny enough, every time I get close, I get strangely disturbed by screams and shouts from a nearby room and have to come running. So it's about the third time I picked. That being said, you have reminded me. There was something in that room I wanted to have a quick butcher's at before we head upstairs, if you don't mind.
I will wait for you this time, I swear.
So yeah, I will head back because what I remembered was I was in the middle of investigating this room when the fight with the fetchlings broke out. So I'm going to go back and once again return and sort of really focus my cast detect magic and try and figure out what the aura of I'm sure you mentioned there was a magical aura in this room, but I never got around to investigating it because we got called away with other stuff.
As soon as he leaves, I kneel down and start trying to pick the lock.
Sure. Yeah, that will do it. You managed to open the lock.
Henry, I've opened the lock.
What a silly thing.
Splendid. I'm still busy. I'm not coming this time. I'm not coming this time.
Ah!
All right.
There's just
you
the icy splash of a ray of frost bounces harmlessly into the wall nearby. Just sling one down the corridor and carry on.
Nice. So, are you entering the room?
I wait for
Or
Henry.
Stuart, were you? Yeah. Okay. So
I'm going into the key room and I'm focusing up to up to the 3 rounds of detect magic where I can
okay.
really focus in and if there's roles that specifically needed, I can make if I spend the 3 rounds, I can identify like creatures and objects, or specifically I can look at them and I can make a knowledge arcana check to determine the school of magic.
Yeah,
Stuff.
find. Well, it says that you can find it with the detect magic spell. So, the chime of opening,
Perfect.
which has 6 charges remaining. Yeah.
Okay. I will say nothing about this.
All right.
Return back and say, well, bloody big pile of keys, isn't it? So, you got it open?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kneel down on my haunches and examine the floor. See if it's trapped like the other room.
Give it a roll.
20. Or 22.
It looks like a regular floor.
Right. This room
Much
looks
like
safe.
the other rooms did.
And I take a step in.
I have resistance just as he's stepping in.
Reasonable stuff. You see an elegant room with a dining table. It looks very similar to what you'd find on the Martial Plane. And there's a feast on the table laid out before you. On the table, there seems to be bone foodware, utensils, etc. And the wall beside the other room is also coated in black ichor. And there's a stairway going up.
I step up to the table, take one of the utensils in my hand, and snap it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Disgusting.
I'm looking up at the wall and it's pretty clear I know we've already figured this out, but it's bloody obvious that this heart is in there somehow. We need to figure out how to get through this wall, don't we?
Yes. I think we
should
check
upstairs
first.
Quickly.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll try and be quick about it.
All right. You enter upstairs to a hallway that leads around a corner with a number of other rooms.
Yeah, I slink up the stairs, trying to be quiet.
Discreet, for sure. You make your way upstairs. Before you lies yet another door, and this is getting old. I presume you will attempt to
quite
enter.
a few feet behind.
I quietly push it open. Silently.
Yeah, this door is unlocked, and inside you see a feathered bed piled with blankets. It looks like a beautiful room with floral wallpaper. There's a dresser, mirror, and desk. It looks comfortable.
I step up.
On it lies a corpse on the bed that you recognize. It looks something like Stefan's brother. Izov lies here.
I step towards the bed and just stab my sword through the corpse and into the mattress below.
Yep. There's nothing happens. He is corpse, it seems almost desiccated up in this cold, dry room, and it falls apart even farther.
I'm sorry, my lord, but one cannot be too sure.
Well, better
Yeah.
safe than dead, I suppose.
I wipe off my blade
Oh,
on the remains of the blanket.
Could be a bit tricky for the Baron if these all suddenly pop back into his house in present day, but well, that's his problem.
Yes, a mountain of corpses appear in his basement.
yeah.
Yeah, and I leave this room, slink down the hallway up to the next.
And again, there's another room, uh, which I assume you also will open.
I gently push on the northward door.
It comes as no surprise that this room is similarly appointed. Carpet, wallpaper, generally not a bad place to live. And yeah. However, every surface is covered in writing. There's script that runs around in arcs and spirals, really confusing in it, just esoteric notation. And to really put a cherry on this here apple, there's a hanging dangling from the ceiling. Exactly who you think it might be.
I can't remember his name, but the other brother.
And I
It
gasp,
is.
take a step back. Henry, what do you make of the writing?
Well, simplest explanation, he was trying to figure out where he was and a way to get out of here, and lost his mind doing it. There might be more to it, I don't know, but
Do you try and read the writing?
I'm gonna give it a skim and try and figure out if there is anything like even recognizable in this, but I'm not trying terribly hard, to be honest. Like I'm sort
DC
of
15
kind of
will
giving.
save.
Fair enough. I should have been a little bit more explicit, to be fair, that I was deliberately like sort of not really like right. Where are we at? Where are we? Ah.
Anyway, as you're trying to look around reading the writing, a voice echoes in your head as you look, narrating sort of poetic lines of various insane and cryptic messages involving family and betrayal. The loving son will come and return himself to his father. And Tim, you see the corpse lying in the middle of the center of the room, just sort of like rotating around and narrating uh, towards Henry as he's wandering the room and tracing the lines.
Henry, I think we should go.
And you
And I
don't really hear anything, but the corpse does turn to you, and in your mind, you hear, "It's lovely up here, isn't it?"
and I grab onto Henry's arm and I like yank him towards the exit.
Henry has been
Quite a nice room.
fascinated for 2d4 rounds, so he is largely irresponsive and tries to shrug you off, but you could force him out.
Yeah, I force him out of the room violently.
Well, I think I'm going to use some of my extraordinary strength and dex to resist some of this because I want to stay and look at all of this stuff.
Alright. Why is he referring to an ability that I don't know, that doesn't know what it is? One sec. Why isn't this game doing anything that I want it to do? This bestiary is suddenly very slow. Oh, and it broke. Perfect. That's right. Travel. Tim, you also need to make a will save. Um,
Right, 19. If it's against enchantment, 21.
all right, yeah, you save. Um, but it's trying to like it's like stretching out in an irregular manner towards towards Henry, but you can drag him out.
Yeah, I pull him out and like throw the door closed.
Yeah.
I grab him by the shoulders and shake him. Henry! Henry!
And after a little bit in the hall here, yeah, like Henry comes back. And Henry, like, it seems that while it was the crazed voices in your head are constantly entreating you for vengeance against Stefan.
Okay.
Above all, take care
Yeah.
of Stefan for me.
Ugh.
Take care of him. Take care of him well. Deeply take his care.
Well, yeah, it seems like his brothers were very keen that Baron gets what's coming to him. Was rather taken in with that suggestion, I must admit. He was a bit suspicious of these deaths anyway. I was a bit carried away there with thoughts that maybe we should do something about Stefan. Anyway, well, in fact, thanks for dragging me out of that. That was.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked you to read the writing. That was foolish of me.
I suppose we just learned that. Nothing much to be learnt here that's worthwhile. Anyway,
Once we return,
what's the
if we return, maybe we can dispense a little justice ourselves.
Possibly. So I was very taken in with the idea that we should have vengeance on Stephen whilst his brothers were in my head. I don't know.
Anyway,
I mean, some sort of justice,
there is
sure, but I'm
one
not
more
sure
door here.
murder is just.
Yeah, a heel
There is
turn.
indeed.
Try the door to our south.
And this door appears unlocked.
Yeah, I open the door
And
gently.
it will slide open. And you see before you unevenly upholstered furniture. It's a common area. There's chairs and a sofa around this asymmetric five-sided table. There's doors on both sides of the room, leading to what appear to be empty alcoves. Through the doors, you see nothing really. However, some of the doors still seem to have rooms behind them, as there's the windows in the doors are sometimes lit irregularly. Before you, you see 6 fetchlings lounging about. One of the fetchlings, well, they all look up at you in surprise as you enter, and one of them casually rises up and departs into this room off to the side here. I don't know if that was clear.
Don't like
And
that.
the rest sort of jump up in surprise, and a babble of questions approach you. Well, welcome to our humble abode. You must have a room somewhere. Welcome.
I hold up my
Well, we're still.
sword in their direction. Who are you?
We the, the fetchlings, various servants of Negasor. Well,
Oh, so Nicosaur's more pleased with you guys then, is he? We met some of your compatriots downstairs, I believe. Is Marius one of your lot? Is he
oh,
associated with?
oh yes. Well, but a long
Oh,
time
is
ago, they stole from us, and well, they haven't been
oh.
welcome to the living quarters since then.
Well, no, too
So,
bloody right. If they're thieves, well, we had no idea. Well, it's a pleasure to make the acquaintance of such upstanding fetchlings. Then oh dear, we'll be careful if we have to go downstairs again. But you work with for Nicosaur, do you?
yeah.
Would I be right in thinking that's why your colleague just popped off to let him know we're here?
Yeah, there's another of you. I suspect you might have met Stefan. Bloody bastard. Sends his family up here and doesn't even let us out every now and then. You know what?
We
Nicosaur
might.
promised that each of us could get one day Sure, he gets most of a year, but that's fair because he's the Lord and everything, and there's quite a few of us. But we were gonna split up. Maybe we thought we might leverage him in a couple decades from now, just to have maybe a whole week or something. Yeah? Maybe we could find our way free at some point. You know, these
Well,
prisons have never been
you
two
certainly need to
dimensional,
stick
two easy.
together. I think,
But
you know.
Stefan betrays us. Betrays us. He does.
I
We
turn to
won't do that.
Henry with a pleading look in my eyes. And I like,
We need him on side, or at least neutral in whatever's about to happen. I'm pretty sure Nikasaur's going to put in an appearance any second. If we can try and keep these guys vaguely on our side, I'd be happy about it.
and I nod.
Well, so my good man, what was your name again? Sorry.
My name.
Yeah,
It's been a long time since I've needed it. My name is Lewis.
Lewis. Well, pleasure to meet you, Lewis. My name's Henry. Are there any more rooms up here? So we're still trying to figure out where our room is. Is it going to
Yeah.
be up here or?
Well, yeah. Um, we have. Well, that room is Manor's room. Oh, it's Nichosaur's niece actually, and there's Chorus's room. I would go in there myself. That's Nichosaur's uncle. He's one of the Shay actually still, and down there is Atma's room, and they indicate to. We're going through the room. The doors that still have space beside them, counterclockwise. Atma's room, um, and the room past there is a library actually, and finally you have Nichosaur's chambers at the end there.
Cool. Cool. We're still a bit confused about all of it. So, Stefan sent you through here. Who's Nikasaur?
Yeah,
Because the thing is, the
he's
story
our
gets
lord
confused.
actually. So you see, Nichosaur, he, I mean, he was gonna. I almost forget what it was about actually, but I recall we grew up, all of us servants of Nichosaur, um, similar maybe to the fetchlings that you might have met. The overworlders didn't really appreciate us all that much. Um, but
No.
Nichosaur promised to change these things, and he guided us a little bit. And well, he was going to be king. But well, the Empire had different things to say about that, and they constructed this prison, and then they sent all of us here following our rebellion, and they sent his entire family here. Many of them lasted until now, and many of his servants, they've sent his hounds, even.
Hmm. Oh, very interesting. Good to know. Thank you. Well, we'll find our rooms in a set. We probably need to have a bit of a nose round. Pleasure to meet you. We'll be back in just a moment. We're just going to say keep checking through here. And I sort of head back into this hallway a little bit out of earshot of the fetchlings.
I mean, we have to kill them.
Do we? I'm starting to wonder whether. I mean, Nikasaur was locked in it. Reasons we're not quite sure. All we know is that a whole load of death cult worshipping. Well, he was locked in here by some sort of death cult for doing we don't know what, and it turns out it could well have just been. Could have been some of the fetchlings should have had an all right time of it. I'm not saying he's a saint. I'm simply saying at the moment we're sort of assuming he needs to be killed because obviously Stefan, the guy who murdered his brothers, is clearly the good guy in all of this.
Well, I don't think it was
Not so
Stefan
sure.
who locked his brothers in here. I think it was um, the man in the other room. I've forgotten his name already.
Nichosaur.
Yes, Nichosaur. I think it was him because he
I mean, it's
promised to give
possible.
Stefan the barony.
possible.
Also, he's
I
been
mean, for
locked in
one
a
thing,
shadow dungeon for 1,000 years. How can he possibly not be insane or evil by now?
that's probably a fair point.
I don't think this
Yes,
is a risk that we can contend with. And I lean into Henry. I think we should try to lure some of the fetchlings out into this room. Maybe down the stairs. Kill them. Before they can report back to Nicasaur. Oh, why don't you say within their earshot that a new meal has been served downstairs? And or we should rush there before all the sweets are taken.
certainly give it a go. Might even be able to set a few of them to sleep.
Ah, excellent idea.
Okay. Yeah. I will. Yeah. I'll head back into the room, and I will. Before I get into the room, I'm going to use ghost sound to make the sound of. Oh, wait. Ghost sound has to be a human noise, doesn't it? I keep misunderstanding this. It's not. It's not prestidigitation. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to look. I don't think I can. Never mind. I was going to make the sound of like crockery and stuff downstairs, but I don't think I can because I think it has to be a human voice, which is useless. Because who the hell would I imitate?
You'd make the sound of the fetchlings downstairs eating.
Yeah, probably. Is that a thing that ghost thing can do? Probably can. I don't know. What is it? Ghost voice? I've already forgotten. Ghost sound. Pathfinder. I just remember last time I looked this up, I was really disappointed that it was like super, super limited in what you can actually do with it.
Make the sound of the fetchlings downstairs unintelligibly chatting.
Oh yeah, that's the kind of stuff you absolutely can do. Yeah, that's true. Because you can't like make specific sounds, but you can make like generic, unintelligible, which is yeah. I will do that. I will make the sound of eating and sort of that kind of stuff from downstairs come up, and then I will wander in and to any of the fetchlings that are there. But I'm particularly looking for this Lewis chap that I was talking to. I just I'm still new to the form here, but it looks like there's a pretty decent feast down there that everyone's tucking into. I'd get in and join in before it's all gone if I were you.
So you are entering the room to say this?
Yeah. Wasn't I already in the room before when we were discussing
Oh,
stuff
I
and then
thought
we
you
left?
guys stepped
We
out
stepped
and then
out.
discussed outside the room.
Oh yeah. But as in, this isn't the first time we've been in the room, right?
No.
We went into the
So
room before
yeah,
to have the
you went
conversation.
out
Okay,
and had like a hurried
yeah,
discussion,
yeah,
and
yeah,
while
yeah.
you're out, like you
Yeah, no, that's
hear
fine.
not much inside the room, but when you reopen the door to enter the room, you see like just Nicasaur in the room. The fetchlings have sort of they're kind of like peeking around the corners and stuff. They're in like the other doors. They're not like dominantly involved.
Okay.
And Nicasaur says, "Oh yes, welcome. Here we have the house at night. I'm sure the house will make you rooms soon, or maybe it expects you to use the brothers' rooms. I It's a true tragedy that you didn't get to meet them. We were working on a way out, and well, we've been betrayed. I imagine this is all massively confusing to you. Would you have any questions? I would be willing to answer. Um,
Actually,
there's the fetchlings,
we're not confused at all.
myself.
Henry here is a virtuoso
Okay.
on matters of religion.
Oh, well, you might know more than me then. I thought you might be confused about the events or something about the house.
No,
But no, if you've understood it,
I
you
figure we've
must
got a
know that
pretty.
we've been trapped here quite permanently. Would you happen to don't seem hopeless entirely? Do you have a way out?
Well, we rather hope that we have a way out. Yeah, the bigger question, I suppose, is what your
Uh,
way out is.
well, this is what I was thinking. Was because everybody who's come here so far has not had your confidence revolving a way out. They've typically been, well, it would best be described as a blubbering mess. It's taken nigh on 1,000 years before any hope has arrived, and well, I admit that I myself was quite near despair. However, Stefan seems to have shown us that you can possess a body should it be willing to, and well, the plan had been to collect appropriate bodies, the criminals or those perpetuated vileness on this planet. Well, we'll swap them out a little bit for us, unless there's a better way. That seems to be the only option to escape. You see,
So
there are
you're
those who ought to be in prison, so
well, I mean, why were you? Forgive me for. I know one's not supposed to ask this in a
mm,
prison, but I sort of feel obliged under the circumstances. Why were you in the prison in the first place?
right. Well, I've led a rebellion against my lord, as I'm sure you've heard. And the sentence for that, it turns out to be eternal punishment, unless you win, in which case the loser gets eternal punishment. You see, it's not a game of justice that they play out there, it's a game of power. And I chose to play a game of justice. You see, there's some fetchlings in my domain, and, well, my son, he married one of them, and, well, they had an infant and everything, and but it was condemned to death. So the only option we had was to hide that child. And, well, attempt a sort of liberation, disgusting as it were, to put it to sort of protect a location where the fetchlings might have, well, a bit better of a life. Um, and that was my cause.
Right, you go. That was quite a long time. You seem to have handled the time and distance remarkably well, sir.
No,
Well,
as I said before, it wasn't easy, and I fell into despair myself many times.
oh, indeed, indeed.
Uh,
But Stefan,
but when Stepan
where?
came, I was
Right.
the one that was in contact with him, and well, I think I've recovered a bit in my year of absence.
Good, good. What was that spent doing mostly? Rekindling old
In
connections,
my
figuring
year,
the world out. What did that?
well,
What
yeah,
was
well,
that year?
it's an absolute backwood. Where we are now, there's
Well,
nothing. I couldn't figure anything out. There was a lot of family, but they thought I'd gone mad. Uh,
I
Eventually,
can see that.
the brothers agreed to come back with me, as both Stefan had requested that he become heir, and then I would be let out again, and I had to rely on his goodwill. The family had gotten suspicious. I had to return to the mirror, and the brothers didn't believe that the mirror was a magical artifact with a magical plane inside that it wasn't safe for them to go to, but they wanted to see for themselves. And, well,
So who did they swap with?
no, they fully transversed as you did with the command word. I
Oh,
couldn't
sweet.
guarantee that there would be a swap. And after the year end, Stefan wanted to come back out, so he was the only one there willing to leave. Suppose he couldn't convince any other fetchlings to leave with him, and he convinced his brothers that it would be appropriate to traverse.
So kind of. It's interesting story. Yeah, okay. It's fills in a few gaps. Anyway, we'd figured a fair bit of it out, but it's always good to have a check and sort of lean into Lucian and sort of. You, do you think he's telling the truth, or is it all a shower of lies?
I have no idea. Um, I just stand still for a moment and meditate, and I think on my connection to Saren Ray, and I use detect evil, focused
Nice.
on that gentleman.
Are there any checks involved? What does Detect Evil specifically say?
Um, I determine if it's evil and learn the strength of its aura.
Uh,
Yeah, my sense motive isn't very good, but I feel like
Yeah. The strength of his aura. Are you expecting a challenge rating?
It's usually like it's cleric level or something like that. Because the strength of my good aura is like 1.
Okay. Um. Let me try and figure out the right way to answer this.
in the meantime, I'm gonna do an almost pointless sense motive check to see if I sensed any duplicity in what he was saying. It's not gonna go well, so I'm sure we can ignore it. You get on with your checks. Yeah, good. I am clueless.
Right. Um. Yeah, sense you sense that this is a condemned individual. Yeah, like sense evil would determine him to be evil, and you would get a rough 3-ish.
Yes, I think that we might be able to find a way out, but we would need to see the heart of this prison first. Do you know how to get there?
Yeah, it is. We've attempted to study the heart itself. The walls around the heart. Well, you could force your way through. It requires a bit of work, but it can be done.
All right. Then why don't we do so, and we'll see what we can do about getting us all out.
Do you have a plan?
Well, I would need to see it first, but I believe it may be possible to destroy the heart.
We've tried before, just so you know. Maybe even quite strong. But of course we can attempt to do so. Are you seeking aid for this?
I don't
If
know
you
what
don't
the
mind coming along and giving us a hand,
I don't know what the heart is. If you wouldn't mind helping us,
absolutely.
that would be wonderful.
Let me see if I can put together a group. Many of us have given up, but we might be able to do one last foray. Um, blah, 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 blah. I am trying to figure out if he would know if you're being duplicitous or not. Okay, so he will also attempt to sense motive. In your motive here, Tim, are you trying to just separate him from the group? Is that I understand that's probably what you're trying to do, right?
Oh, that, and I need his help because I don't know where the heart is.
So are you sincere in that you want to work with him, or are you being like duplicitous?
Yeah, I'm being sincere.
All right.
Although I wouldn't say totally sincere. I mean, there is duplicity here.
So if you're trying to do anything, you can make a roll to deceive him if that's. But if you're being honest in your presentation of detail, um, I think that would just he would have a roll that would assess that to be a level that he's
Mm,
familiar with. Whatever.
yeah.
He will probably agree to go with you with that as an understanding. Uh,
I have a bit of bluff if I sort of help along the way. I don't know.
for there's other creatures here, and I'm trying to figure out if he would take any of them.
Got you.
That guy
Maybe.
will not go.
All right, Henry,
That
do you
guy.
want to roll bluff and I'll aid?
Can
What
do.
are you bluffing for? What are you trying to bluff for? What are you trying to convince him of that?
That whole plan that we need him.
Oh, so you are trying to deceive him.
Yeah, like I said, this is both true
I
and
mean, it's a bit of
deceptive.
both, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do need his help getting in, but we're not particularly wedded to the plan of letting him out at this point in time, and also we have a
Okay, sure,
better
sure, sure.
idea.
Yeah, yeah. Then then
We're
then
also
roll
not
then
letting on
roll
right
for
now
him
that we
to.
know how to kill the heart. But yeah, I'm in the conversation as well, so you know, and the only skills I actually have.
Sure, yeah, make a roll for that then.
Do I add any bonuses or anything with the aiding, or is
I
that
aid
just
you,
taken into
so
account
+2.
with the roll? Cool. That's I put the thing in the wrong place. Jesus Christ. Oh, good. I'm so glad that we pushed hard for that roll.
Yeah, so he is aware that you guys are not being sincere with him. So he will collect the rest of his family to help him in this other push, of which 2 other Shay will join you. So a group of 3 will attempt to breach the heart together.
So where are we going to go to
This
do
guy
this
won't do it.
breach?
I mean, the good news is we actually do need
His
his help to make it
heart.
into the heart and deal with it. So, you know,
Um,
arguably more of them is fine. This isn't necessarily a bad outcome, you know.
All right, so yeah, he goes to some other rooms, and you see like this young 8-year-old fetchling child come out who must have been the kid that he referred to, and the kid stays behind with, I think this is, yeah, with this girl, and then yeah, so here he introduces you to Atman, who is my brother, and my other brother Corey's, and together we should be able to bridge the hearts. We've tried a couple times. I think we'll be able to do it. And if you're ready, prepared, we'll proceed.
Very good. Lead on.
And they will go down the stairs. And they say, we've had more success breaching from the deceased room. And they'll enter the room, G9, and they'll slam against the wall with their shield a couple times. If you'd like to aid, it's not too difficult. The wall can be breached. There's not even a DC for this. It just says you can breach the wall, which is wild. And it's almost like this Icarus goop is almost just latinous slime is passable to your efforts. And
Yeah, I'm
with
stepping back
but
and letting them attack the wall.
and after a little bit, a passage can be broken forward,
Yeah.
which seems to have like the sort of quivering, writhing extremities that is slowly creeping to fill itself. And before you, you
Yeah.
see
Um,
dark flagstones with, yep.
I'm waiting for a second while they're working, and all 3 of them are distracted.
Uh, okay, I mean, are you.
Well, like, because I'm standing back, I'm not helping them work. Like, they're digging through there with me. So I'm waiting for a moment where all 3 of them are engaged in digging and not watching us.
Like, Tim, they are suspicious of you.
Okay. If it
Like,
doesn't happen, then fair
they
enough.
do know that your motive, like, they're also going to be keeping an eye on you. And, like, the wall's not hard to breach. It takes, like, a couple of moments to do.
Okay. If it
You
doesn't
can just
happen,
kind
then
I
of,
fair
mean,
like,
you
enough.
say
shove the
that
slime out of the way.
even with my minus, I think I like push against the wall and don't really make any progress. So I'm just gonna like, I think I give it a go, and actually I give a kind of honest go. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm okay. I'll follow one of them. I know it doesn't have a
Yeah.
DC, but also -3 strength, so because of the penalty right now.
Yeah. You managed to, uh, like, they
So I
managed
will
to clear a
follow them.
path forward, and you managed to clear a path forward. It's not too difficult. Um, Before you, you see dark flagstones with a reflection of the courtyard that you were familiar with from the manor. There's
Right.
writhing flesh filling archways that otherwise would have been doors. There's seeping ichor covering the roof, the walls, and the floor. Uh, Above you, sorry, not the roof, because there's a black void where one would see sky. There's an enormous quivering black plant in the center pool with tendrils all over, pushing against the manor, running like veins through the floor of this house. Yeah.
I
And there
I
before you
I
lies
put
the heart.
resistance on myself as I'm going through. By the way, I didn't want to
All right.
interrupt your
All right.
description, but
Yep, that's fair. Um, Before you lies the heart. It's a mangled mass of plant like twisted flesh, a mockery of vegetation, and a mockery of uh, Animalia. Uh, right. Yep, it just sits there. Doesn't. Yeah, why
Doesn't do
don't
anything.
we? Well, I kind of expect this like description to have like when they enter the room, but it doesn't have that. It just, I guess, we just enter into combat. I
Yeah.
mean, like we can go into initiative
I
order
I
because
look to Henry and I nod. And I draw my blade. Shing. And I go
all
for
right,
Nicosaurus. His throat.
all right.
Nicosaur.
Yeah, well, let's get an initiative going up. Where everything that happens within. Nice. I'm just trying to see if it can attack, like if the heart would be involved, because you're trying to attack them in this room, right? Or did you enter?
In that room.
So you're attacking them before entering the courtyard.
Yeah, like just as we're entering.
Okay. I'm double checking to see if this heart would have any amount of range, and then you guys can roll initiative unless you've already done so. Clear this
I
initiative,
am not.
and
Hey.
I can't tell. Okay. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Okay. Making a lot of assumptions here, but let me try and get this to work reasonably. It just doesn't.
All right. Can we take 1 minute then while you're looking that up?
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Got it. I like that you've collected multiple enemies at once. That's
It was an interesting choice, wasn't it? I'm not quite sure when the choice was made, but it's definitely an interesting one. I mean, I guess it was just going to kill us quicker, and
you guys didn't even bother trying to fight the hire together. So that's something.
How? Well, we'll have fun with that.
They gotta relaunch this again.
Cool. Hopefully someone else can figure out how this thing works. I believe blindness, deafness is a fortitude save, but then it's just duration permanent.
Yeah, it permanently makes you blind or deaf. Correct.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, some of these. It is interesting because I know D&D so well, and I know nothing about Pathfinder, and like I know there's a lot of crossover, but I'm being repeatedly surprised at how different some stuff is.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
because
wish I
permanent
had the
effects
time to
in
read through
D&D
the rule
is.
book. Like they're really
Sorry, the
rare. Like there's
bestiary
not many
broke, so
things
I
in
need
D&D.
to do things
I'm thinking.
a little bit
Yeah.
inconveniently,
Just
but
trying to
we
think
should
of
be
like
fine.
stuff in D&D that gives like a permanent effect. I mean, there's a few things that if you like crazy upcast it, are permanent. There's not much.
We will do you two and then you. They're different enough. And yeah, I know even that's why not. Okay. Yep. So you have two Shay. Okay. Let me. I'm. We'll rule it this way. Confident in abilities.
Actually, yeah, I will. Yeah, whilst I was looking at it, I will also pop to the loot. In the unlikely event we get through the turns, I was just going to try and blind Nicosaur, but I won't be long.
Sorry, do you have to go for a sec? Okay. All right. What a rough game. Are you back? You back? All right. I think I have most of what I need here. We can begin. I think I put them on the. Okay, got it. I think they're on board. We need a Tim token somewhere. I don't see a Tim
It's
token.
there.
Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, yeah. And yeah. I was hoping to be able to get their rolls. Otherwise, 20 plus you. You were the 17. Trying to make it so I only have to look at one stat block at a time. Go. Okay. There we go. And we are all here. So, oh, that's the wrong way. You are up, Tim.
All right, I sprint up to Nikasaur and catching him while he's still turned that direction, I try to slash at the back of his knee for a 23
Of
to
course,
hit
that would be treason. And that will
against flat-footed, of
hit.
course.
Yeah.
For for 24 points of damage as I gash into the back of his
He
leg.
does have concealment, so roll for the d20 for that.
Oh, yeah, that misses.
And that misses.
Yeah, it cuts through the air where I thought his leg was, but he was a step ahead.
So, yeah, Corey's and Nikasar and Atman were working on the wall together within range of each other. Corey's whips around, steps sideways to flank you. And he's like, "You right, Nikasar. The brothers were good, Stefan. He deserves what's coming to him. At least these can come with us." And he will swing at you with his Dalchion. And he is flanking, so it's +1 for a 26 to hit.
That hits. Yeah, he catches me on the side of the shoulder.
This is 2d. Wait, did that roll? So that's not 2d. 6. So that does 6 precision damage and 3 cold damage. And admin will also take advantage of the situation to move around and flank you. I mean, there's space in the room, but he would have. I think you can have flanking's not just 180 degrees, right?
Yeah, you have to be able to draw a line through the center and through the center of all three.
All right. So he can't gain flanking, but he will swing at you anyway. I imagine because I expect Spirit to be farther away. For a 22 to hit.
That's actually a miss.
Okay.
I stepped out of the way deftly.
All right. And now it's Henry's turn.
Cool. Okay, quick question.
Blind them! Blind them all!
Yeah, when it's talking about rolling stuff to determine hit die of creatures affected, or it says HD, I assume there's a hit die, right? So this is crudely analogous to their level.
Crudely,
roughly.
yes.
Is that right?
Crudely, I know the hit die.
Yeah, no, I'm not. So I know I'm not going to know their hit die, but I'm just trying to get like a feel for like 2d4. I know these things are, these guys are not the weakest. That's probably not going to be that many of them, right? 2d4 is fairly weak in terms of the number of hit die, right? If it's crudely speaking levels, that's like level 4 less than we are.
2d4. I'm confused what your question is exactly, but 2d4 is not a lot.
Yeah, 2d4 is not that much, and I get 2d4 hit die worth of creatures that can be affected by hypnotic pattern. I feel like that's not that many creatures, probably, right?
Worth of creatures. I have no idea how to interpret that. 2d4 hit die.
Just roll 2d4
so you roll 2d4
and add your caster
and
level,
say you get 6.
maximum
You get
of 10.
6 hit die worth of creatures. That's right. I understand your question now. That's very unlikely to hypnotize anything aside from level 1 or maybe level 2 creatures.
Okay, that's kind of what I would.
Maybe level up to level 4, maybe, but not like
And these guys are reasonably so. Yeah, okay. That was sort of. It's more like I'm not trying to sort of break the game and see too much. I'm just trying to get a level. So I think I'm going to go with the blindness because I feel like hypnotic pattern. It would be way better if I could get all 3 of them, but it's not going to happen. So I am going to try and blind Nikasaur.
All right.
So I think he needs to make a fortitude save against my DC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Blindness says saving throw fortitude negates, so I assume that's what that means.
That's a 23.
I think that's going to work, isn't it? Like,
It
why am
seems
I
like
even
they have.
why am I even searching? That's not going to be like, yeah. There's no way that my DC is that high, right? That's just not going to be a thing.
It's 10 plus the spell level plus your charisma modifier.
I that's unlikely. It should be listed. I should calculate
Yeah.
for you, but
Yeah, I'm trying. It'll be in here somewhere or that. Yeah. So yeah, my charisma modifier is 3. The spell level is what, 2. So yeah, I might have a little. No, I don't actually because it's necromancy. So yeah, okay. Doesn't work. Shite. I mean, I can't do anything else.
right.
Um,
Would be next in order, which is the heart.
well,
You guys have made the heart aware. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, suppose. Suppose we don't have positions super well defined, so any of the 4 that are in melee combat could be hit. Tim, do you want the number 1, 2, 3, or
3.
4? All right, so the Nixlor is 1, the other 2 are 2 or 3. So Tim, you are targeted by the heart, and it will.
I'm in 4.
it will give you a lovely glowy feeling and make all of your attacks super powerful next turn.
I don't know about that. It is going to shoot bristles out at you. So most creatures has covered such. Okay, it's not going to do that. It's going to attempt to launch a tentacle at you. Swinging at you and trying to get you out of to stop injuring his poor accursed walls. And that's a 12.
It glances harmlessly off the wall beside me.
Nicosaur, who was granted flanking by his friend, is going to do his best. And by that, I mean his worst. If I can get back to his sheet, it's going to be annoying to go back and forth from the heart to him, but I'll get good at it. And yeah, he will swing around with his longsword. Yep. For a 32 to hit, and that's a crit.
Yeah, you'll have to confirm that.
Which I think is just the same rule, right? A 23 should confirm that.
Does not confirm.
Oh, that's crazy.
Assuming he's evil. I found out he was evil.
Yeah, he's evil. All right. So that will be plus this number times this number. That seems right for 14 points of damage.
All right. Is any of that?
Sorry, that's not correct. 10 of that is appears in the regular whatever damage, and 4 is cold.
Right. Yeah, I stagger back as he opens a wide gash.
It's all right. I've almost killed them, or it's fine. All right. And that brings us to the top. Tim, you're up.
Yeah.
Oh, at the end of his turn, he's going to move around to be farther from him. So he's no longer doing his flank, but still engaged.
Yeah, I'm gonna full withdraw and make my way out into the doorway so that only one of them can get to me at a time.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right. Seeing that you've abandoned your friends, Corey's is going to charge up to. I imagine you must be. Henry, I imagine you must be in the room. Because you were within.
Yeah.
Line of sight.
I'm in the room. Yeah.
So let's Go back for a sec. No, that's not the right tab. Where's the right tab? This is the right tab. Must have been here. Yeah, this is it. This is it. So he will hack at you for 1d8 plus 8 for 14.
To hit? Yeah, of course that hits.
All right. For 2d4 plus 4 piercing plus 1d6 cold for 13 points of damage. 4 of which is 5 of which is cold.
Ouch. I mean, I'm pretty sure that will affect me the same way, so, but good to know.
All right. And that's his turn. Atman will take flanking on you. Henry, look, it's reasonable to do this, but this is brutal. For 23, which for the same damage.
I mean, you know, the for the same damage?
Yeah, for 11 damage, sorry.
For 11 damage, okay. Well, I'm not dead.
All right. And since you weren't in range of the heart, I'm going to rule neither of them are in range of the heart. Henry, it's your turn.
Okay, right. Let me just finish logging the damage. There we go. Okay, so I'm looking great on my big 4 hit points. It's absolutely splendid. Okay, I will.
And they're raging the whole time. Traitors, you are going to work with us. We're going to be free. We're going to set things right.
I'm with you guys on that one, but big old mess. I will try and range close. Okay, for range. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. I'm gonna try and cast hideous laughter on.
Sure.
I can't affect multiple though, so running isn't gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna try and I'll try and cast hideous laughter on one of them anyway. Like I'm not gonna be able to run away from. Yeah, it's a will save.
Since it's a spell, don't they get 2 hits?
Yeah, Henry, you can try to cast defensively, which is a caster level check. The DC is 15 plus twice the spell level.
So 19 in total, then would that be?
Mm-hmm.
It's a second level spell, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So DC 19 would be plus 5, I guess.
Maybe. Oh, for caster level, you said yes.
That's right.
Oh, good.
So you cannot cast a spell defensively, but I don't think that would stop the cast.
No, but they get their attacks, and if they crit, they interrupt the spell, I believe.
All right. So 11 to hit.
Well,
and
as
14 to hit.
I have hilariously poor AC, so you know.
In which case, the 11 will hit for 18, and the 14 will hit for 16.
Well, given that I only had 4 hit points left, I think, you know, pretty foregone conclusion. I
With
believe
a
technically
hilarious amount of overkill, your body is severed in twain times. So you now are in 3 pieces on the floor.
So that's 34 damage from those two together, right? That's how maths works. That's how numbers number.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's over the kill level, and if not, the second hit hits when you're down, which I don't know how this game works for death, but like
you have to get to
can't be good.
You have to get to negative hit points equal to your con mod or your con score.
So what's your con score? Because you are currently at minus 20 HP.
Yeah,
sorry, more than that. You are currently at minus
30. I believe.
You're at minus 30 HP.
Yeah. My con is 11. So am I dead? Is that how that works? That's how that works, right?
You are super unalive.
Good. All right.
Good.
Yeah, Luther holds up his hands, says, "You've won. You've won. No more.
Healing.
I will let you out."
Well, We're stuck here for all eternity together. It's a lose-lose situation. I don't quite understand how you could have seen it any differently than this.
No.
Yeah.
I was hoping not to let a eons-old prisoner into the world, but I suppose I have no choice. And I take out,
But
like, the
now you get to
glassy
be
dagger.
an old prisoner yourself. Yeah, you were gonna do something?
I take out, like, the glassy dagger and says, "Let me through. I will free us."
Well, come on in.
And I keep my hands high, just the dagger in one hand. I sheath my sword.
So what was your plan?
We must plunge this into the heart.
Yes.
This is a shot of the mirror. And, yeah, I just peek around the side to see the state of the heart.
And the heart's like slowly regenerating. It's taking no damage. In that case, hey, Coris, if you would hand the dagger over to Coris here.
Yeah, I give it to him.
Yeah. Well, put us in a bit of a bind.
I've
On
never.
one hand, I understand your position. On the other hand, you've made some terrible choices.
Yeah.
Mm,
I've given you the means to free yourself. I think that merits me
yeah.
some grace here.
Shown a willingness to collaborate. Well, the issue isn't necessarily freeing yourselves. It's if we can trust you to also attempt to free yourselves. Here's what we'll do. We will breach from the other wall from the dining room. This breach will remain open. You will join us in our fight against the hearts. We'll be on one side and you'll be the other. Should you fail to join us, we will have to consider you an enemy. And on our success, we will turn towards you. Should you join us, your betrayal will be forgiven. I do understand that many of us don't quite meet the requirements for sanity that you might have seen in your world. However, should you work with us, we will reward you. And you can join us as we attempt to make a haven for the fetchlings.
I nod,
And
my mask looking
they
on
will
impassively.
unless you attempt to stop them, they will go to the other side and breach the wall over there. I don't know how you'd like to respond to this, but
I
should
take
you
up my
remain on this
wand.
side?
I desperately take up my wand and start curing my wounds.
All right. Yeah, so they're on their side doing something, and after you've healed up your wounds, you hear like a voice call, and it comes like all the way through from the chambers. It's like, "We've made our breach, and our assault will commence.
Yeah,
Join us for honor,
I ready
or
to
refrain
charge.
and seek the punishment of the traitors." And yeah, we can move on with the exact same. I guess we could roll initiative. Do you want to re-roll initiative? I don't see like this is. I don't feel like it.
This is fine.
Okay, so you get to act first. Then.
All right. I hold. Wait for them to go in first. Like
All
I'm
right,
readying, putting my wand away and drawing my sword.
all right, and yeah, Corius will charge in, and he will become within range of the hearts, and he will attack it desperately. The 27 will land for 12. Let me double check if it has resistance. I don't know what this thing is. Tim, you don't happen to know what plant traits are off the top of your head, eh?
I do not.
Should have looked this up when I was busy looking up all the other million things. Blah 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 blah. Nothing. Skill points. Blah blah blah. Okay, I don't think any of this is gonna matter. Cool. So that goes through. Okay. Okay. And it's this turn. You will also charge in, attempt to flank for a 21, which misses. Tim, this won't go through the touch AC, right? This is the normal AC, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's an AC and a touch AC. Normally it doesn't matter because the touch AC is close to the same AC, so I've just assumed that the AC is different. However, in this case, the touch AC is hilariously low. I think because the tree is very large. But I don't understand what that means regarding like
Yeah,
how to hit.
touch is usually against spells and guns.
Okay, so this misses. And that makes it Henry's turn. It's the
Well,
heart's turn.
before the heart goes, I'll take my turn and charge.
Okay.
I draw my
Yeah,
sword and
sure.
slash out at one of the roots for a
For sure.
31.
A 31 hits for sure.
Yeah, for 22 points of damage.
All right. And it is now the heart's turn. The heart will, there's 3 of you that have attacked it. It's going to do a 1d3. Tim, do you want a number?
3. Come on.
It's going to make a bite attack at you. For a 20?
Yeah, it clangs off
It
my
is
sword.
evil.
I deflect the root.
All right. And the heart seems to grow. And Nicosaur's turn. He charges forward. He has the Bane Blade in its hands. And he attacks with it. Yes. He is proficient with this weapon. He probably can get flanking on Tim. So a 28 will hit. And that's a good number. Oh, that's not the tree. I'm just double checking what the weapon does. Do. It's a heart. Why would they put the heart close to where other things are? Why is it not on? But yeah, it's Tim, it's your turn.
All right, I take a step back, having avoided that bite, and I slash up at like the roof of its mouth, putting my sword into its mouth. For a 23.
That will not deal damage.
Right, yeah, it clangs off of its barky teeth.
All right. You did have flanking there on the ground that Nicosaur was 90 degrees from you.
Yeah, I included that.
You've surrounded it. That misses. That hits. These guys are these 2d4. That can't be right.
Wow.
12.
Is that
All right.
real damage or is that just sarcasm?
That's real damage. 2 of those, and then it is the heart's turn again. The heart.
What was that?
That was the wrong number. Don't worry about it. I did 12 instead of 2. The heart. Then you're
Oh,
just
I
3
was
from
gonna
now
say,
on. The
okay,
first 2
okay.
are the last one's 4 is a Nicosaur, in case you're wondering. So the heart will attack Ataman. Oh, sorry. It's not what's supposed to happen. 1. Do you remember what it was? I think it was a +5. That hits for a bite and bristling attack. Oh boy, that's so much damage. Oh my goodness. Tim, This game is crazy. Why is it like permanently killing stuff all the time? For 16 points of damage.
Whoa!
I love the 3d6 plus 2d6, not 5d6.
Shouldn't there be a modifier
3d6
in there or
plus
something, like
2d6.
strength?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, you're right, but nope. Oh,
Oh.
you're right. +8. My bad. For 24 points of damage.
Oh,
Yup.
good. I'm glad we didn't miss that out.
Good job, Tim.
28 would have killed me outright, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it would. Well, it would have
And
taken me to 0,
attempt-
not quite killed, but
it attempts to grab, which I don't see that. Okay, there it is. It's a +16 for combat actions. R1, 1d20 +16. And that's going to succeed. And this is now a grabbed Shay. Wow, now. Nicosaur's up. He has his Bane Blade. And yeah, that's just not clear. And he's going to attack with it again. So, is that right? And that misses entirely. Tim, you're up.
All right. Yeah, I slash deeply into the roots, or attempt to, for a 20 to hit.
Misses.
Yeah, but it's writhing and it writhes out of the way, and my blade swings free.
And this boy, since the other one's grabbed, he doesn't have flanking anymore, so 17 also misses. Admin, being grabbed, is attempting to struggle. I imagine there's a pretty big DC on that, but he'll do it anyway. And
So for this, he could use either Escape Artist if he has that, or CMD, or CMB rather.
CMB, he'll do a CMB. For a 13, which is not going to escape, but it was a shot. I suppose he has to beat the CMD of the thing that he's trying to escape from, so. That brings us to the heart again. The heart is going to try and swallow whole this thing that he has struggled with. Yeah. I think that's just an action it can do. I think it just succeeds. There's not a save listed for this. So it just does 2d6 though, so it's actually pretty easy to handle. So Admin is now swallowed. And Tim, you're up. Sorry, not Tim. Nicosaur's up. Again, again a natural one. And that's Tim.
Yeah, I step back and kick out with my leg, moving some of the tendrils out of the way, and I bite deeply into the bark. Or attempt to 24? Or 26 with flanking.
Sure. That hits.
For 27
for
points of damage.
27. I see.
Or sorry, 17.
14.
17.
Yeah. Okay. Good play. Now Corey's is screaming desperately, but I don't believe he's out flanking because his friend has been swallowed. But he'll attack again for 25 to hit, which is the AC, which preserves status quo.
Hitting it succeeds.
Okay. I don't know why I somehow forgot that. 4 plus 4 plus 1d6. All right. We're getting close. We're getting very close. But it is now Atman's turn. He is going to lash out in this swallowed position that he's in. And that does not succeed on the AC that he's looking at. So instead, he will take damage 9. And it goes silent.
Wow.
And the heart will. There's only 3 of you. Tim is still a 3.
2d6 damage when
oh,
you're
no.
just trapped there. That's crazy.
He will target you, Tim. For 29. It is evil, but I don't know.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
All right. Well, here we go. So this is regular and 2d6, so 23 damage. 8 of it is plus.
Yeah, it batters into my chest, breaking a rib and eating away at my robes.
It will attempt to grab you.
I'm amazed you're still up.
For 30. It's actually 20 because it says plus 20 to grapple, which is just crazy.
Yeah, it grasps its tendrils around me and picks me up off the ground.
You've been grabbed. And that's the heart's turn. Nicosaur, again, with desperation, will see that this thing, this beast, I don't think when you're grabbed you can flank, right?
It would seem a strange
Well, I'm still threatening.
way, but
I'm not helpless.
Okay, fine. For a 15, he's been rolling a 1 and a 1 and a 3, which is quite great rolls. Tim, you're up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna desperately try to struggle out of his grip.
Yeah.
So yeah. Up 14.
That's insufficient,
All right,
but it's a shot.
I'm done.
Corey's will also desperately attack. For 25, which hits. Corey's just carrying this party somehow. Where are you at? Whatever. Write it again. For 13 points of damage. And this heart is just shivering down here. Yeah, that brings us to Aspen. I don't know how this works with death saves. I'm going to assume he continues to take acid damage. And the heart. The heart will attempt to devour you as well.
So it does have to roll again against my CMD, but it's gonna succeed unless it rolls a natural 1.
Oh no, that's all right. Getting devoured is not that bad unless you're close to dead. Yeah, it 24.
Yeah.
It swallows you. And on swallow, you can take 2d6. What we're doing there.
at least
Wow,
it should be
9.
easier to get that magic mirror shard in there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Actually,
basically stabbed himself.
it's true.
Oh wait, you don't have it. Oh, well.
1d plus because he's no longer flanking. That does get through, however. So Nicosaur is going to attempt. I forget. He's been so long since he's hit. I forget his mods. There we go. It is. Plus 6. That's 6. For 11 points of damage, and the blade sinks deeply into the heart, and it begins to shudder. And it's all silent at last. And the realm around you quakes as the roots sort of return to shadow whence they came. And there's a deep rumbling as it feels as if the overall strength of this realm fades. I don't know why the rules are like this.
Please tell me you take damage on your way out, just as a real.
You
sarcastic
absolutely
bit
do take damage on the way out. Okay, cool. Right, so Corey will be like, Atman! And they will rush forward and attempt to free you from the clutches of this beast. And they'll drag you out, Henry. And Nick will say, yes, you've done well. Now, if you would disarm yourself, no harm will befall you as we attempt to flee together. Although you betrayed us, you are also our brother in combat now.
Yeah.
And he will stare at you suspiciously. Will you drop your weapon?
Yeah, I drop it on the ground. I'm battered. I'm bruised. An inch away from death.
So he'll pick up your weapon and he'll say yes. And while they're doing this, the others manage to hack out their friend, Admin. Tim, you know, can we just heal people if they're below 0 and not at like? Okay. So like should be fine. He's not half HP yet. So do you have healing?
I think I should have one left, and I take out my wand and hit him one time. There's the smell of nuts and flash of light. For 8 points of healing.
He's still in the negative. Maybe a friend might have something on him. And they'll go to Henry's corpse. Henry, you've probably been dead for a while. You're pretty deceased. But they'll desperately search your body. I don't want to waste time on this, but let's give it like a 30% chance if they succeed in the amount of time to heal their friend. I don't know if that's fair for these rules or not. No, they tried. They did their best. They almost saved their life. But it's just 2 of them. That seems fair. Yeah, and you guys are ready to depart the realm. And Nick sort of turns to you, the 3 and say, we must depart through the gate with which we entered, it seems. This is getting void soon.
Yes.
And
to the downstairs.
And you guys make your way downtown. For some reason, this is supposed to be measured in rounds, but you guys like it's like 1 round per. So it's not gonna take very long. You just go downstairs, but the whole time the room is creeping.
Yeah,
and at the entrance of the,
I sprint down the stairs, turn, and fling myself into the mirror.
Yeah. And while you're doing this, just the room is quaking, but you know, we're rolling a lot of fives. And you guys managed to depart the realm as it's falling to bits. I imagine they'll take your body with them, and otherwise they'll be shunted back to the real world anyway. So the heart has been defeated. You are free in the basement of the Brony Manor, where Stefan awaits.
Yeah, I tumble to the ground, covered in burns.
Yeah. On exiting, Nicholas will immediately attempt to kill Stefan. Tim, you have to say in this, he will just flat out say Stefan is not very strong. I don't feel like running like that unless you choose to fight him.
By all the laws of gods and men, Stefan, you deserve death. Nicholas.
Just be grateful, it's not eternal punishments. You would end up your kin and Nicholas will accept. Following is Nicholas will extract the remaining strength from his middle and visits the afflictions in nearby slums. He gives them all out of the dwindling coffers of Stefan's hoard. And he attempts to revitalize community using the special claiming himself a rightful heir and lord. Although, for political purposes, he has on the Baroness, the Willie like they're safe. Since he's not a recognized entity around, should this succeed, then should be achieved through bioacts or not? Yes, to be determined.
I take Henry's body and I bring him outside of town. And I lay him down gently on the grass and start digging a grave for him. I strip all of his valuables. He'd want me to have these. Say, may the light of Sarenrae guide you through the boneyard into Pharasma's judgment. And I lay him down inside of the grave, cover him up with earth. I'm sorry. I should have protected you.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Once the day is done, I head back to the family of the Baroness. It takes me a few days, but I give them my report. I tell them the Baron is dead. His wife has remained the Baroness, your daughter, but it is merely a political arrangement. There is some kind of new force in town. And one day I will return there and I will set things to right. But not today. And he shudders. His mask is like all melted on one side now.
Very nice. Very nice. And that there is the end of the Midnight Nightmare.